I can't hear you guys at all. I didn't realize.
At Christmas time, it's hard, but when you're having fun, there's no world outside your window, and it's a world of dread and fear, where the only water flows, the bitter sting.
This is what we're going with. We're going with the Christmas special song. I thought I was going to hear the guitar solo going. I was waiting for it and everything.
Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead.
I know Ruben just looked in my face the entire time that song was playing. And he could just tell I was so thrown off. I love how he's keeping it going, too. Like, he's not even faking it. He's just laying it on me. We are live here on Hot Tag Takes on HamiltonRadio.net channel HR2. This is the Christmas show, everybody. Yeah! Let's go, let's go, let's go. We've got some amazing guests that are coming on the show tonight. A lot of people that I can't wait to talk to. Very, very excited for tonight's show. But can we give a shout out to Shari for coming all the way down from North Jersey? Let's go. She even gave me taffy. She even gave me special taffy. This is special to me. Very, very special taffy. With special ingredients. I have special needs. Okay. I have special needs for taffy.
You're going to love them because you are special.
It low-key looks like a banana slice. Like, I'm looking at it right now. Like, it low-key looks like you cut a banana.
No, I can show you the bag.
I mean, you can if you want, but I did want to make sure I tried this on air because you made a big deal about these the entire time in the car.
They're
so I did
good.
want to make sure I tried one.
Put a little under your tongue, like before you chew it, because this way it takes effect immediately.
Okay.
All
right. I mean, I was just gotta kind of just throw it in the back.
Do it. Chew that taffy. Enjoy it. And it won't take.
The only thing with taffy is it kind of sits there for like the longest time. So I was scared this was gonna be like half the show of me like chewing it. But you only live once, right? You only have Christmas once a year.
As far as I know.
Anyways, Ruben's here in the studio. Let's go! Ruben's got us up and live. That head is looking as shiny as ever. That thing is so easy to point out from the studio.
I got my sunglasses. Get ready.
Ruben, I just want to take you by the head and go bowling. Like, Jesus. Like, you shine light on us. We start looking like copies of Slender Man. You shine light on Ruben, he could blind somebody. Like, good Lord. Ruben, how you doing, man?
You shall bow down towards me.
Dude, I'm probably ruining Ruben's Christmas right now.
I'm Jewish, so it doesn't matter to me.
That's right. You've been doing that.
I'll ruin something for you.
You always ruin it.
I'll find a way. But anyways, I'm very, very excited for our first guest. Very excited to talk to him. So let me get this intro started. So everybody, our first guest is an international live performer and part-time dance and fitness coach. Born in California, our guest began singing and dancing professionally by the time he was 11 years old. He studied at the East Bay Center of Performing Arts before starting his musical theater career, competed and won first place in a national hip-hop convention with his team Hypnotic Groove before representing the USA in Germany's International Congress. Domestically, he is a part owner of Ablaze Entertainment. Shout out to Paula Ann, by the way, for helping us set this up. Honing his talents as a performance coach and creative director for their talented roster of artists. After a 5-year contract in Vegas, our guest went on to work with the touring Motown Quartet, Tony Braxton, Shaka Khan, Michael Jackson, and Dancing with the Stars. He's lived and performed in Canada, Germany, and China as a creative director for Mixgroup.com and speaks basic Mandarin and Spanish. When he's not, quote, working day and night on the Strip in production MJ Evolution with his Jackson 5 stage brothers in the heart of Las Vegas, out of his glittering socks, he's performing a brand new Vegas show called the Boy Band Remix, paying tribute to the 80s and 90s pop boy bands. When R.KIEU isn't electrifying the stage under the spotlight, he teaches, writes, produces, develops, and directs talents, and is an inspirational life coach to whomever he encounters. He hopes to continue to share his gifts until his last breath. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for R.KIEU GRISBY!
God, you guys. Thank you guys for
Let's
having me.
go. How are you, man? Let's ask the most important question off the bat. How are you? How is everything? How's everything been going?
For the most part, everything has been wonderful. I'm blessed right now. I'm currently in the Bay Area. I've been living in Las Vegas for just a short time. I just came back from China a couple of months ago. And as you mentioned, I'm in a brand new show. So, and coming out of that little stench of a pandemic for an entertainer.
Oh
this
my
is
God.
quite a snowball that I'm just blessed to be a part of.
Well, let me ask first, because all of us are coming out of the pandemic. How's traveling been? You know, you came back from China a couple months ago. You know, just how's traveling to all the different places? I mean, I'm sure you've gone there before, but how's traveling to all these different places feel as a whole just after the pandemic?
That's a good question. I've never been asked that one. I have to say, when I went back to China, I hadn't been back in 4 years. I left. Actually, I was in China when the virus broke out.
Oh, that's a hell of a place to be.
That's a whole nother
You're just
story.
always in the place to be. You're in Vegas right now working on shows. You're in China when the pandemic starts. You're just always in the place to be, man. Look at you.
Wow.
Just always somewhere where it's hip happening.
We could call it that.
I love Shari's reactions, by the way. Like during the intros, just open mouth.
I'm
And-
impressed. I'm impressed. That
You're impressed that he's always in hip happen in China in 2020.
I
He
am.
he made sure to be in the center of it.
As somebody who also acts, like just hearing, you know, your credits, and I recently saw the Michael Jackson musical on Broadway, and I am. Did you see it? Have you seen
I
it?
have not seen it. No.
I am obsessed. And are you the star of the show, or like?
So there's Michael Jackson the musical that's
Right.
on Broadway,
Yeah.
and then there's Michael Jackson or MJ Evolution, which is in Las Vegas, and similar in storylines, but not quite. The evolution goes through the lifespan of Michael. So we have a little Michael, a brown Michael, and a vanilla Michael.
And in
Well, I mean, it makes sense. He went through all those life stages.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
he was in the happening places.
Yeah, man.
But Michael Jackson was just great, and there will never be another one. And
Never.
the reason I
Oh.
asked, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I
think
think
he
he was
was-
agreeing up.
Yeah, he was
He
agreeing with you.
He was like so talented, and anything. And have you seen? I'm assuming you've seen the musical.
I haven't
No.
seen the musical yet, but
You
I have friends who are in it, and I've a real close chance of auditioning
I
for.
can. That's why I like hearing your voice, and I wondered. I'm like, I'll bet he can do MJ, and obviously it's your show. But I love anything Michael Jackson, so I'm hoping to check your show out. And
I mean, even if even let's say like you're the one like producing the show and you're the one like putting everything together, you know, while there's all the different Michael Jackson impersonators on stage, I'm sure he's picked up a Michael Jackson, you know, thing or two.
oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
you hear enough people, you know, like impersonate Elvis. You hear them quote enough lines. Hell, you listen to enough Johnny Bravo.
Oh shit.
You might pick up a couple Elvis lines. But I actually was going to talk about this a little bit later, but let's start with Michael Jackson, because we did mention the MJ Evolution show in the bio. If I remember correctly, and you correct me if I'm wrong, it debuted in 2021, and there's videos when I was looking at the site of the performers performing Smooth Criminal, Thriller. Personally, when I look at the site, I want to see Dirty Diana, but that's just me. But
Yeah, so
you know,
when
I
you
know
said
it's
that-
in the show, but I know it's in the show, but I would love to see it performed. I'm a big I'm a big MJ fan too, especially Dirty Diana. That's my favorite. So since I'm on the subject of what I would like to see from the show as far as videos go, I'll ask this first. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song personally, and what's your favorite performance from the show specifically? I'll start there.
Ooh. Oh, John. Okay. That is a ooh.
I know that's tough. There's a lot of songs to choose from.
Yes. So let's just put it this way. There's a Michael Jackson song for every mood.
Yes.
And when I'll go to this one first. When I'm getting off from work, or when I'm having a stress release, or I just want that feel good vibe, I go to the Off the Wall album.
Okay.
And I play the title track, Off the Wall. There's a line he says, I'm everywhere. But anyway, there's a line that he says where, just let it all go. And there's just something about that. But when I want to funk it up, Jam is always a good one.
Yeah.
Jam. People forget about Jam. I'm steering away from the commercial ones because there's.
No, I know. I get it. You don't want to mention the same things that people always hear. That makes sense.
Which is why it moves me. Which is why those songs move me. Working day and night. Okay, so to answer the second part of your question, in the show, I got bumped up to middle Michael, so I'm now middle Michael. So when I perform Working Day and Night and Shake Your Body to the ground, I feel badass because that's an era. That's an era that he was showcased doing a lot of the 80s, the breaking, the waving and the popping and the locking, and so I get to explore a different side of Michael than what you're accustomed to seeing. And of course, I do Beat It and Thriller, and those are fun. But yeah, I had.
But I mean, we all know about Beat It and Thriller.
Yeah, exactly. We know those are great, So.
Yeah, like you come to Halloween, everybody's doing the Thriller dance.
Right.
Like you come to Halloween, everybody's thinking of Michael Jackson, even to this day.
Yeah.
Even people that don't know where the Thriller dance is from, like they know what Thriller is.
That's true. They do. I was watching. I saw something, and maybe you guys saw it too. In India, they have an Indian Thriller. Have you seen the Bollywood Thriller? There's
I have
Indian
not.
guy. And so with Bollywood, they exaggerate everything. So just look it up.
I mean, I'm interested. I'm curious.
I saw a video of like a whole bunch
one
of
of those
people.
taffies, and then watch it.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, no, that'll be. I might need a second one. There's one just kind of sitting here.
Do you ever once in a while?
That's the lumpy looking one too.
Every once in a while, when I hear "Beat It," I'm like Weird Al Yankovic. Eat it. It just hits.
There's also the song "Fat." Anyone remember "Fat" by Weird Al?
I'm fat.
I'm really, really fat. Got a shadow weighing 42 pounds.
That boy can sing though. He may be goofy, but if you
he can.
Listen to what he's doing vocally, Weird Al Yankovic he's a beast.
Oh yeah,
he is.
100%.
To be able to do that and the comedic timing and the writing, that's
no one thinks of Weird Al's vocals because you listen to the songs and he's so funny and his stuff is classic now.
Right.
He is. He's
like you even just mentioned it. I'm just over here like, oh yeah.
Until you try to sing it and sound as good as him, then you realize, oh shoot, that's a high. I'm fat. That's up there, and he does it. So does all the characters.
I remember watching the music video. I did like some of Weird Al's dance moves too.
What in the?
He can move.
Yeah, he was moving in that video.
Oh, see, I don't remember the video.
I remember it a little bit. I don't remember like the entire thing, but like I remember like bits and pieces of it, from seeing it when I was like 11.
He's a classic.
And I'm thinking of those dance moves now, and I'm thinking we might want to put a parody in that MJ Evolution play.
Oh my god.
Hey.
And
Like just show all the different ways MJ inspired people.
with
It's
the
one way to do it.
that's true. With the Thriller dance, you've both seen, I'm assuming, 13 Going on 30.
Yeah.
Have you
Yes.
seen it? Okay, when they're doing the Thriller dance, two things. I have a friend who gets annoyed because he's like, it's the Thriller dance. He goes to a party and all of a sudden everyone knows how to do it at the dance. No one knows how to do Thriller right away. And then the second thing is Mark Ruffalo almost didn't do that movie or didn't want to do that scene. And they incorporated Jennifer Garner, like dragging him to the floor. He didn't know how to do it.
Oh wait, we're getting a little bit off topic,
I
but
know,
I'm
I'm
okay with
sorry.
it. But you want to talk about a dance that like none of us knew how to do. So I got married a little over a year ago, right? You know this.
Really
But-
well. Congrats.
Thank you. So we got up, and the amount of white people that knew how to do the Cupid shuffle at that wedding, there was probably like 0.5 of them.
I don't even know how to do the Cupid shuffle.
People were running into each other.
Wait a minute.
People were going in the wrong direction. Like nobody was getting on cue. Like Abby's mom even got up to dance. Like I don't know why we all did this to ourselves.
And oh
To
my
the
God.
right. Everyone goes left.
Which one's that?
The kids of Abby's brothers were at the wedding. They were all running into people as we were trying to do it.
Everyone getting kicked at the wrong time.
Yeah, no, they're just running to people in the crowd
Oh my God.
because they don't know where they're going.
Sounds
Sounds
like
more
fun.
like a Cupid mosh pit.
I know.
It was a Cupid mosh pit.
How'd you guys meet? Oh, at a wedding. Oh, really? Yeah, we ran into each other or something.
I thought you were asking me that. I was like, you want me to tell this story now?
I don't think I know Cupid Shuffle.
I was gonna say before people get curious about how Abby and I met. So, what the show MJ Evolution is trying to convey for those who haven't quite put it together yet, it's basically MJ's career from start to finish, which really went throughout his whole life. There's 6 acts, 27 songs. Act 5 has Dirty Diana and other songs. I don't want to give too much away, but I didn't see anything for Act 6 when I was looking down the site. There's a lot of stages to this show, so without giving too much away, are we able to talk about what maybe somebody can expect for Act 6 to help wrap up the show in a nice bow after the Motown in the beginning, the Thriller in the middle, hearing about the Man in the Mirror? I wondered this when I didn't see anything about it. So how do you wrap a jam-packed show like that up? Because there's so much to talk about. There's so much to cover. There's so much to go through. How do you wrap a show like that up exactly?
That's a good question. So the way the producers did it, they touched on a bit of that controversial passion that he had, and we bring that in with Bad, and they don't really care about us. And it's not always common that you see they don't really care about us. It's very militant. And then after that storm, there's a peace,
Okay.
and there's a togetherness, and then we dissolve and bring it to a close, if you may.
Okay, so that's normally how the close goes. You know, those couple of songs at the end a lot, and then we just kind of put like, you know, the piece on it pretty much.
Right, yeah. And celebrate MJ's legacy.
Yeah, you have to. So talk to us a little bit about how the show came to be, some of the people that were behind it starting out, whether it was producers, MJ impersonators, and others. Because this is a really big show that's done in Vegas, and it's even been talked about as like the #1 MJ tribute show in the world. So tell us a little bit about how the show came to be, what was the inspiration for it, because it's been around a few years now. So if you could talk to us a little bit about it, I would love to hear it.
Okay. Well, prior to my coming onto the set, I believe they were working on it prior to 2020, and that's Dean is the name of the producer, and he brought in a director, Blair Farrington, and Blair Farrington has a long resume of working on several big shows in Las Vegas. Together, they did some test shows, if you may, and some teasers, and we went on lockdown 2020.
Yeah.
In 2021, they did a casting call, and it was the first show to open up on the Strip.
Okay.
From that, yeah. So it had elements of some stages of practice before they brought it to the theater and elevated it from there and sculpted it. And we worked in that 108-degree desert of Las Vegas.
Oh my God.
Learning all the movement and there's three young boys that play Little Michael that interchange between the three. And so, yeah, it was just we united as a family, and it grew from there.
Yeah, man, I can't even imagine doing that in 108-degree heat. I remember being in Arizona last year, and it was like 70 down there. So I can't even imagine just the summer in the desert.
No. I went to Palm Springs one year, and it was like 105 degrees. And
You would be catching me in the mountains of Arizona if that was the case. Like, I'm trying to be up in the Grand Canyon, not being able to breathe because the heat's doing it to me one way or the other.
Well, that's what I learned, though, about Palm Springs, like the desert, that it's dry, so you're not dying right away.
That's true. It's not like Georgia, Louisiana, or Florida humidity.
Right. I wouldn't survive.
It still scorches, though. You feel like you're in a rotisserie oven.
That's how
direct. Yeah.
Like the third day that I feel like I go to Florida, because my parents live down in Florida, I feel like I'm just smelling and there's just nothing I can do. Like, as soon as you go outside, like, it's a wrap. You're just kind of like back to where you were.
Then you must feel like you're in Florida right now.
Like, I'm heating up, I'm frying up. I feel it going up and down. Like, if you get past that heat, that's great, but that heat can be awful.
Yeah. My sister-in-law lives in Florida, and she'll call me and she'll say, "It's so cold," and meanwhile it's like 75 degrees out.
Over here. No, like, my mom will come by because she's used to it now. She'll come by in the summer in like the 80-degree weather, talking about how it's cold, shivering up, grabbing like the little light jackets out the car. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like you know how crazy you look right now? You're like the sun is out baking on you, and you're sitting here like shivering, grabbing a hoodie. You look like a psychopath.
You might have the flu. Why are you shaking in this?
Like, you're over here shaking like a leaf, but sunburn at the same time. How is it supposed to work?
Now, are your parents snowbirds, or are they just you?
Oh no, they hate the cold. I'm the snowbird. I'm convinced I'm adopted because of it.
I like the I'm from Boston, so the change of seasons and
Right.
I mean, New Jersey.
These are
has
from
them.
Boston, by the way, in case anybody wanted to know.
Shout out to our sponsor, not Betty's Eddies.
If you want to sponsor us and throw money at me, that's fine.
Yeah, me too.
I'll dance on a pole for it.
So Betty's Eddies, sweater weather Betty's. Go to air dispensaries or whatever dispensary you can find in
So
Boston.
here's what I think is actually kind of cool when you talk about how this came to be. Like, so it started in 2020. It was one of the first shows to open up back in 2021. And I feel like a lot of people got into different things when COVID was going on because there was nothing going on outside. They had nowhere to go, nothing to do. So people got into like different things, picked up different habits, because they had nothing else to do. A lot of us didn't have to go to work at the time, so people just, picked up different things pretty much. So I feel like out of all the things like you can like pick up or like take on while you're doing it, like, hey, let's do a test show for a show at Vegas while everything's locked down. I feel like that's like a kind of a cool thing to do.
It is.
Like, you think about it that way, and it's like,
So
Wow, what the hell was I doing during the pandemic?
I was on at a show.
Like, my Netflix account has nothing left for me to look at. And these people are running shows in Vegas.
I know so many. that is a good idea, and to just come up so much, like social media. Just that's when during quarantine that it took off.
Exploring the possibilities and taking advantage of that. But still, there's like he's saying, there's like John's saying, there's no guarantee. You know, it's so you say, hey, you know, what is it? Oh, let's just go for it. You know, let's throw our creative together, and who would have known?
A friend of mine, and I think I don't remember, and she and her husband was supposed to see a Michael Jackson tribute show, and I don't know if this was yours or not, but there was a shooting the same day. So they literally, in their hotel in Vegas, had to hide under chairs because it was the Jason Aldean.
Oh, yeah.
And
I remember that.
she's the biggest. If I had to say anybody that I know who's the biggest Michael Jackson fan, it'd be competition. She just everything. So thank God. But it was just I thought I would ask if it was your show. That was
it wasn't mine. I think that was years ago. And to be fair, and we should put that out there too, there are 3 different Michael Jackson shows in Las Vegas.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Maybe down to 2 now. So yeah, no, there's 3. Okay. There's MJ Live. There's the Cirque du Soleil has one. And then MJ Evolution.
Gotcha.
So yeah, there's a distinction.
So
And all are great shows.
yeah.
Different styles too.
the Cirque du Soleil.
Different styles. I'm sure they offer different things also, as far as MJ's legacy is concerned.
Correct, yeah.
So I do want to ask, you've probably met a lot of different impersonators. Who are some of your favorites? I asked that because through this station, I've met quite a few Elvis impersonators. One of the show hosts on Hamilton Radio is a big Elvis fan. So I've met quite a few of those. I did meet an MJ impersonator as well one time. Guy's name is Buddy Katz. I don't know if you would happen to know who that is. He's from here, so I don't think so. But that made me want to ask, who are some of your favorite just impersonators? Doesn't necessarily have to be an MJ impersonator. It can be, but who are some of your favorites?
So it's to kind of segue, actually, I'm also casted in Legends in Concert. I don't think it's even mentioned in my bio, but Legends in Concert, they specialize in tribute shows. So say they have a rock show or a pop show or a country show or a throwback show or old school, and they have everyone from Cher to Stevie Wonder to Ray Charles to Madonna, Adele, Bruce Springsteen, the lead singer of Queen.
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury, yeah.
Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury.
I do want to stop you for 1 second, but I do want to let you go. Don't you think he looks like he could pull off a good Freddie Mercury?
Yeah.
I can see it.
And also,
Me?
yeah.
You look like you could do it.
As well as a little bit of Richard. I want to Little Richard.
Little
Like a
Richard,
little
you think
bit.
so?
Yeah. Have you ever heard? There you go.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, I didn't want to interrupt you, but like I looked at his face and I could see the Freddie Mercury in it as soon as we mentioned it.
Yeah.
For your listeners, I need a much thicker stash.
If you want to get some Jerry curls in while you're at it, I mean, go ahead. I just want to see somebody walk around with Jerry curls once in my life, just for no reason in the mustache.
I had an S curl when I was a teenager. Not quite a Jerry, but it was an S curl.
Okay.
It's not quite as
He had the S, not the J. There's a difference. Oh man.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
And because both of you were into fitness, and am I correct?
Yeah.
What? And
I'm more into lifting a lot of weights, but
I'll be impressed if you guys know the answer to this. Maybe it's not so much fitness per se, but The meaning behind Annie, are you okay? By Smooth Criminal.
Oh.
There's a meaning.
There's a meaning. Or the expression, what Annie, are you okay, means.
I mean, did somebody in fitness make her not okay?
Annie is actually the dummy that they use during EMT training, and you're pushing on the chest. And
So am I gonna sing "Smooth Criminal" while I'm giving this dummy CPR? Is like that what's happening?
you could. But
Eddie, are you okay? So Eddie, are you okay?
Are you okay?
That's right. While you're
That
eating a
makes sense
2-foot
because I think you
hoagie,
have to do it at that
What?
tempo.
and while
Yeah.
you're eating a 2-foot hoagie,
Striking that chest like a smooth criminal.
Look it up. But the line, Annie, Annie, you okay?
You've been hit by.
You've been struck by a. You've been hit by queer.
sandwich.
It's like 1, 2, 3. Annie, are you?
Salami sandwich.
Look it up.
Oh man.
It's
So
probably incorporated in CPR classes.
Yeah, that's right.
But,
I'm sorry. See,
might get people's
CPR.
attention. You never know.
You would think.
That my favorite. You had me thinking. So I work with a lot of Elvis, if you may,
Right.
and seen some very impressive ones. My current tribute artist favorite to date is a guy who does Elton John,
Okay.
named Steven Sorrentino, and as well as a guy who does Freddie Mercury. His name is Fernando Castro. It's Cuban, actually.
Fernando.
And they are stellar. The guy that does Elton, he does so many impersonations, and he's comedic. His timing, he's very interactive. He's just dope. Look him up. Yeah. Steven Sorrentino.
I definitely should. I might even send you an email just to kind of like ask who it is because I might forget.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
It's being
Yeah.
recorded.
But the world of impersonating is so big. Like people don't realize like how many different like impersonations there are, and how many different styles that you could do. So I mean, because PJ does impressions.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a guy who does Peter Griffin, the real life Peter Griffin. That's a big one.
What do you mean in real
There's
life?
I think his wife actually does Lois as well.
I can do Lois's voice.
Oh, Peter.
Peter.
No, but the point is like there's so many. Like you mentioned a bunch of like different artists. You've mentioned Elton John. You mentioned Stevie Wonder. There's so many different ones that you mentioned just in one sentence. Elvis and MJ we've already brought up. I'm a big wrestling fan. I had a Dusty Rhodes one on here. Probably one of the coolest guests I've ever had. Just a really chill dude. I've also had a Randy Savage one on here as well, but I've seen Shawn Michaels, I've seen Seth Rollins, I've seen Roman Reigns, I've seen Chelsea Green. Who else? Someone told me I should do Bam Bam Bigelow one time, which I'd feel like I'd have to shave my head for that, which I don't know about that one. That might get me in trouble at home.
I could not name one wrestler if you paid me. Like
You don't know who Hulk Hogan is?
Hulk Hogan. I mean, other than that, like Hulk.
You don't know who John Cena is?
Okay. All right, I get your point. Okay.
You don't know who
Was
Dwayne
Bam
Johnson
Bam-
is?
But he's
Bam
not-
Bam.
Was he the one that wore the black spandex?
Well,
Bald head?
Bam Bam is the big dude. He was bald, had like a flaming tattoo on his head, which is why I said I'd have to shave my head.
Wasn't he in one of our Nintendo games as a kid? I think.
I'm sure he is. If not that, he's on Sega somewhere.
Do you think I could be a ring
I
girl?
feel like I played with him on Sega.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I want to be a ring girl. Think I'm too old.
Nah, you can do it. I was gonna say there's a lot of female referees now, actually.
I know. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. That's interesting. It's about time.
It's about time for you to take that ring girl role.
I am so old. People would be like, "Oh, look, a little old lady stole the sign."
No, I feel like it would work because you would just yell at the wrestlers, and I feel like it'd be believable if you just got in somebody's face and just shoved them. Like, I feel like this could work really well, and the wrestlers would have to act like really scared just to make it hilarious. Like, there is somebody out there that would appreciate that. You should get like the old like huge glasses too to go with it.
with a black and white shirt too.
Yes, I could see it.
Somebody once told me recently, somebody said to me, I won't say the name, but this person ran for president, and I forgot that they used to be involved in wrestling, and I don't want to talk political per se, but they said that Trump.
Quite frankly, it was 2007, and I watched him take a stunner, and he spit beer out, and it made a lot of people happy.
That's a good impression.
I try. I feel like I got a little Louis Armstrong in there.
See.
My voice is getting hoarse.
Yeah, but they said that because Trump knew the moves. Oops, I said his name. Trump knew the moves that he actually took the ketchup packet, and that really wasn't blood.
Well, he was, because people don't remember. WrestleManias 4 and 5 were at Trump Plaza.
Okay.
So he's been involved with it for a lot longer than I think a lot of people even realize. You know, I don't know how big his involvement is these days, especially with Vince McMahon scandals, but
That's a fun fact I didn't know.
yeah, no, Donald Trump was involved with wrestling for a while. As
Okay.
far back as the 80s. He there was a couple WrestleManias he hosted. Yeah, no, he was involved in 23. He actually did take a stunner in the ring, which actually was hilarious.
Wow.
Even back as, you know, when you were 12 and you didn't really know anything about what was going on in the world and you didn't really care. But yeah, no, he's been involved in wrestling for a long time. He was even on a couple shows after that, which I don't want to bore anybody too much about my wrestling fandom, but there was one last thing that I did want to talk about before we do go on to the next guest around 7, and you do a lot of, you know, tribute shows with a lot of 80s, 90s bands involved. I am looking for the name right now, so excuse me, but I'm going like back and forth through like the questions. Boy Band Remix, that's what the show's called.
That's my current project, my most current project.
Okay. I do want to talk
Yes.
about that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. This specific project has a different passion than my Michael Jackson passion. I grew up listening to Michael, of course, and Motown. But when the 80s and 90s hit, I'm a 90s boy, so
Okay.
we're paying tribute to NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, New Edition, Boys to Men.
Oh, yeah.
New
Belle
Kids
Biv
on the
DeVoe,
Block.
and the list goes on. The creator of that show, he was actually a songwriter for a couple of the boy bands.
Oh, wow.
So he wrote a couple of songs, and he's also been on tour and danced with them as well. So he has some history in the industry, and so now he's paying tribute back to, and a lot of his friends are in the industry as well. So he's paying tribute to all of them and brought together and put together a show here in Las Vegas. It's currently a brunch show that we have at a venue called the Composers Room. And we're looking to move onto the Strip and have a residency on the Strip by 2025 spring.
I love that, man. That is beautiful. I can't wait for that show to come out, hear all about it. Oh, man. You listed so many classics,
Yeah.
too.
Oh
Just
my gosh,
off
yeah.
the top of the dome. and it makes it exciting, for sure.
Yeah, it truly is. And it will be touring, so look out for that. It will be coming. So I know not everyone can make it out to Vegas, but if you do, look for the show. But it will be looking to tour in the following years as we grow.
I mean, I don't want to suggest New York, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, but I think I just might do it.
Or the PNC, hint, hint, or the PNC Center in New Jersey.
Wow, you're just listing off places now. I just listed the city. Trump Plaza's in AC. We're not that far.
Oh God.
I mean, if you get it, I mean, it worked out.
If I was had the chance to have a show, I wouldn't care where it would be. Just as
Yeah,
long as
no,
we-
you wouldn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I would go to Chick-fil-A also. Let's be real. All right, but I do want to say before we go, guys, make sure you comment, like, share, subscribe, support the channel. Ruben, it's official. It's official. We passed 5,000 subscribers, baby.
Woo!
Woo!
That's right. See?
Did it?
Got
Did it
before
early?
Christmas.
Yeah, man.
Just
Did it
like I
early
said.
this morning.
Early this morning. Somebody
Yeah, I
watched
was
you this
sitting here
morning.
finding questions. I was like, let me just check really quick.
That's
I don't know
awesome.
if I could watch you in the morning, maybe in the afternoon.
Well, this is like before I went to sleep. Because I was like, I should really start putting questions together. No, but I do want to say this. Thank you so much for coming on the show, taking the time out. Really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate you paying tribute to some of the legends in music, which thank you so much for doing. If I am ever out in Vegas, I will definitely check one of these shows out. And
Oh yeah, well hit me up. I have 2 tickets for you. You're good.
all right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where can
Each
I?
of you.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
Abby might get
So-
the ticket. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, his wife has to get the ticket.
No, I said 2 for each of you.
Oh my God.
thank you.
That'd
Thank
be
you, kid.
awesome.
So
Yes.
we don't have to.
Including Ruben.
We don't have to bring John,
Ruben
right?
too.
Oh yeah, Ruben too.
Hey, kid, we don't have to bring John, do we?
Yeah, he's trying to take my ticket, is what he's trying to say.
I got you, Ruben. I got you.
Thank
Don't
you,
worry
bro.
about it.
Wait,
Ruben, you got a head. Ruben, you got a head that looks like it gets operated on in Saw 7. Your bald ass.
John,
Now I
you
know
look,
how to look for him. See,
Social
John-
media.
I can spot
John,
him.
you look like a weightlifter that went on welfare.
That's right. Yo, this hoodie's mad dirty. Bro, tell me how I left UPS 5 years ago and I still look like I just walked out of there.
All you need is a box to carry. No one will question you.
Yeah, man. I mean, it'll just look like I'm going home. No, but let everybody know where they can follow you before we go and before we get the next guest on.
Oh yeah, right on. Well, you can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. My tag handles are KIEU. That's how you spell Q, and then it's 008. So KIEU 008.
We want to see you following the KIEU.
Yeah.
Next
also-
in
Yeah, buddy.
yes. Next in
My
queue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
My
I
YouTube
said-
channel is Q Entertains.
Okay, I
with
got to
this-
check that out.
Yeah, Q Entertains. Thank you guys so much for having me. This was awesome. I had a really, really good time. You guys kept me laughing over here. My abs are tight.
Tighter than mine, that's for sure.
And a 2-year-old's abs are tighter than mine.
I'm going to keep it rolling. What?
I got more rolls than a bakery going on. It's the holidays. It's the
No, but thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it. We'd love to have you back on at some point.
Yes, yes. And the next time I chat with you guys, I'll have more updates, more stamps on my passport, and more things to invite you to. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Thank you so
and
much.
music. I'm also working on my own music, so hopefully I'll have some things together. by the
Yeah,
time
let me
I
know.
Oh, nice. And people can see that on your channels as well? Or-
Correct.
channels.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. This is Hot Tag Takes. We will be taking a short intermission just to get the next guest on air. KIEU GRISBY one more time, everybody. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Yeah, buddy.
night to the earth, a mission from God to find out the worth of everything that his children had done since that winter night, the birth of his son. And then a sound filled the night in the cold winter air, and in the midst of his fight, it was holding him there. And as he looked towards the earth for the source of the sound on that cold winter night, it was pulling him down. To bring something back, this angel was told that no one could touch, but angels could hold. So on that night, when the sky had cleared, among all the stars, an angel appeared. And then a sound filled the night in the cold winter air, and in the midst of his flight, it was holding him there. And as he looked towards the earth for the source of the sound on that cold winter night, it was pulling him down. And then a sound filled the night in the cold winter air, and in the midst of his flight, it was holding him there. And as he looked towards the earth for the source of the sound on that cold winter night, it was pulling.
God rest ye merry gentlemen. 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 Await the coming of God rest ye merry gentlemen. Await the coming of God rest ye merry gentlemen. Await the coming of God rest ye merry gentlemen. Await the coming of God rest ye merry gentlemen. Await the coming of God.
The season of giving is
Children sleeping, snow is softly falling. Dreams are calling like bells in the distance. We were dreamers not so long ago, but one by one we all had to grow up. When it seems the magic slipped away, we find it all again on Christmas Day. Believe in what your heart is saying, hear the melody that's playing. There's no time to waste, there's so much to celebrate. Believe in what you feel inside and give your dreams the wings to fly. You have everything you need if you just believe. Trains move quickly to the journey's end. Destinations are where we begin again. Ships go sailing far across the sea, trusting starlight to get where they need to be. When it seems that we have lost our way, we find ourselves again on Christmas Day. Believe in what your heart is saying, hear the melody that's playing. There's no time to waste, there's so much to celebrate. Believe in what you feel inside and give your dreams the wings to fly. Why have you gone away? Where is the laughter you used to bring me? Why can't I hear music play? My world is changing, I'm rearranging. Does that mean Christmas changes too? Where are you, Christmas? Do you remember the one you used to know? I'm not the same one. See what the time's done. Is that why you have let me go? Christmas is here everywhere. Oh, Christmas is here if you care. Oh, if there is love in your heart and your mind, you will feel like Christmas all the time. Oh, I feel you, Christmas. I know I found you. You never fade away. The joy of Christmas stays here inside us. Fills each and every heart with love. Where are you, Christmas? Fill your heart with love.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, hello, hello?
Hey, can you hear us?
Check, check.
Oh, I just could hear you now.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How does he sound for you, Ruben?
Sounds. Is he driving?
The connection, I think, is off a little bit. We can't see you. I can hear you.
Okay, let me see. It says my video is.
I can't see you at all, but I can hear you for the most part. I don't know if you can hear us.
I can hear you now.
Oh, you can? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm sorry. I just saw your message saying you didn't receive it.
Yeah.
I was like, let me check my email really quick, and then you just
Yeah,
popped
what?
up on there.
Yeah, I went to my spam, so I
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
check that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. If you could, nobody would listen to you anyway, right?
Yeah, you got that right. Christmas time. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
I
right.
pulled over. I keep forgetting that the hours difference
Yeah.
happens a lot of times. I'm like, okay, I'm on my way home, but I'm not gonna make it, so I'll just pull over.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's what I'm
that's thrown me off before too.
Yeah.
I promise it hasn't been just you.
Oh, good.
No, when I first started, I would actually forget to say it
Mhm.
because you're used to the time where you're at.
Right,
And
right.
I had a couple of incidents where people tuned in at like 10 or 11.
Yep.
They called in when another show was on.
And you're like, what?
And then the show host is trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's happened a couple of times. And then there's Eastern's time, and then there's you're in Canada. You're in Canada, right?
No,
So-
we're in Jersey.
I'm in
You're in Jersey. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. See, I'm confused again. All right.
Canada.
You're pretty high up there right now.
Yeah.
It's a fake screen. It makes us look like we're sitting side by side.
Oh, that's what
Yeah,
it
it
is.
does. It does look like, aren't you?
Yeah, no, we are. She just had some taffy.
Oh, okay.
Fine. I'm fine. I look.
You look very smiley.
Oh, me?
Ruben is gonna mute us for a second and get the song on air. I think he's ready to go.
Okay.
Let's rock and roll.
And we are back here on Hot Tag Takes on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2. I am your host, John BRECKO. Shari Linnick is with me here in studio. Ruben is in the booth right now, head looking as shiny as it's ever been. We are feeling good this Christmas. Shari's feeling good off some taffies. Feeling good off of all the things Shari has wrapped in that bag.
Sponsored by Betty's Eddies.
No, we're not.
Well, not really.
That's a damn
But
lie.
Sweater weather Betty's. Got them in Boston at Air, and they are apple pie flavor. And
They are pretty good, I'm not going to lie.
I want to eat like the whole bag.
Like, I actually did enjoy it.
Yeah, it's
Even the
edible.
lumpy parts. We got through it.
And it,
Oh, man.
And it's so good. I want to like eat this whole bag. Can you imagine?
No, I could imagine you doing it. I absolutely could.
I've never eaten a whole, I think 5 milligrams is my limit.
So is that like 5 of them? I don't know how many that is.
I'm not good at it. So each pill has 10 chews, and so each chew has 5% THC, 5%.
I'm just going to say that's 5. We're just going to go with the number 5. I think that works just fine.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, man. But I am very, very excited to have this guest on. We had a little bit of technical difficulties getting him on with the link and stuff like that, but I'm happy to have him on now. And I want to make sure that we use the time we have to talk about as much as we can. So let me get this intro rolling. So when asked when he first set his sights on Hollywood, this man said he knew he wanted to be an actor as a kid. And after going to law school and school for communications, he decided to switch gears, go after the romantic leads with the characters that have the charisma in the movies, and become a rogue just like them. After landing his first TV role for the series The A-Team, I think you've all heard of it. Series creator Stephen Cannell wrote Taft Harvey a letter that ultimately got him an SAG card, and this rogue hasn't looked back since. He's now Ricky Santos in Sangre Negra, and we've got a lot to talk about as far as he goes today. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Antonio McKAY!
Wow, that's quite an introduction.
Oh, man. How you feeling, man? Did I leave anything out?
Yeah, I know. I want to hire you guys as my PR and my management, if that's possible.
I'll introduce you like Bruce Buffer. I tried to buffer it up real nice. Yeah, buddy.
Let's
So-
get ready to rumble. Okay.
That's right. So I do want to ask the most important question before we get into a whole bunch of different things that I want to talk about. How you doing? How you feeling? How is everything with you, man?
It's good, you know. It's Christmas time. You can't.
That's
I
right.
hate when people complain around Christmas time. It's like, please don't complain. If you're gonna have, unless you have something really important to complain about. But the daily, oh man, you know, I don't want to get up. I don't want to go fight the malls. I don't want to go on Amazon. I don't want, you know, people find everything to complain about.
See, but here's the thing. If you are complaining about the mall by this point in Christmas, you could have just gone to the mall about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You had all this time. You had those Black Friday deals, and you didn't do nothing. Now you want to complain.
Now you want to complain. Or that Amazon's not going to get your gifts there in time. Say, well, yeah.
Yeah, you or order the gifts about 3:00 Christmas morning. You expected it to get there before New Year's.
I don't know.
I
Amazon's on
just ordered
strike.
my last gift today.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Amazon's on strike, though.
Yeah, that's exactly. Amazon's on strike.
Maybe people do have something to
That could be
complain
my
about.
excuse.
See, the thing is, you're
People
kind of
will always
screwed.
have something to complain about.
Amazon's on strike, and your Temu order may have sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
You know,
Don't forget the wish.com.
Oh yeah.
I just
You may
feel,
just get it.
I just feel bad for all these people who have to go to work in the warehouses.
Oh yeah, then they.
You got to find all this space for stuff that's not going to get moved.
Yep. Have you ever seen the video? And I love these people, whoever they are. They put like a refrigerator outside and food for the Amazon drivers, and they're like, "Help yourself. We appreciate And they know they're being recorded. And they're like, "Thank you, God bless you," and they just take their snacks. And I think they're awesome. That family that does that.
Oh,
Bro,
that's cool.
if I'm the Amazon guy, I'm just trying to eat the food.
You don't have a package. I'm just here to.
Like, just come there, fork and spoon ready. You do what you do what you want. You're about to watch me eat like a cow if you're on the internet. That's okay though.
A young lady gave me a Starbucks gift card, and then I found out today Starbucks is also on strike.
Oh, I got a Starbucks gift card recently.
Oh no!
I don't even go.
Yeah, I know.
So, I teach as a swim instructor full time,
Oh,
and
okay.
this is around the time of year where you get like all the gifts, all the cards. Like I usually get like at least a few. You know, people give cards. People are really nice around Christmas. Like I have one that I could choose a bunch of different places. I think Bahama Breeze was on there, Seasons 52. No, there was a whole bunch of different places I could choose from. And then the other one, you know, that weren't like cards and stuff like that was Starbucks.
Yeah,
And you don't like.
a lot of Starbucks.
I just wanted some cookies, man.
There you go. You can get your cookies.
Cuz I'm not a big coffee person, but I just want some cookies. Give me a little bit of tea if you got it. Like I can't even get the stuff with the little M&Ms in it. What's going on here?
How much is the card for?
I don't know, man.
You can
I
get
think
like
mine is for $25. That's pretty good.
I think that's around what mine is.
that'll allow you to
Yeah,
get
it's a
like
common
one cookie
price.
and one small coffee.
Yeah, when they're not on
exactly.
strike.
Well, I'm sorry.
They picked a good time to strike.
Yeah. When my fat ass wants to come back in there.
I'm also in SAG, and the timing was perfect about the strike, huh?
Oh yeah, another one, Yeah, so it's been like years of these constant. First there's COVID, and then you get over. Then you have one strike. Then you have another strike.
Yep.
And then IATSE was going on strike, and then I'm like, wow.
And then the
Okay.
and then the writers, and then SAG, IATSE. Well, in
Just
Right
one
on.
after the other after the other.
After the other, it's just constant strikes.
in
And
solidarity.
then we're going to have to go through it again in a couple of years too. So
Oh
they
yeah.
already told us. Yeah.
But at this point you're like seasoned, like you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I did
Nothing
it.
surprises me anymore.
I know. I did a SAG. Ever go to the SAG Foundation screenings?
Oh yeah.
So I went to one. I won't say who, but one of the actresses is like, "This is great. Everyone's back to work. Everybody is working." I thought to myself, "Where? I'm not working."
Oh, just wait.
Yeah. Just wait, dude. Yeah.
Just give it a minute. Don't worry.
Yeah, people don't realize basically 1% of SAG is usually working at the same time.
Right.
It's 1%. You know,
Yeah.
it's almost like the tax situation. The top 1% have to pay.
They're all
You
working
know,
at the
it's
same
actually-
time. That's because nobody's working.
Nobody's working, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
Yep.
thank you, Tom Cruise, for keeping me in the union.
Employed.
I guess.
You'll-
All right.
Good, sorry.
So I do want to ask, Stephen Cannell obviously played a big part in your career with that letter he wrote to Taft Harvey. What was your relationship like with him when you were acting in the A-Team as well as after, especially since A-Team ran till early '87 and he did many projects in Hollywood after that? You know,
He did a bunch of stuff.
yeah,
I really miss him a lot because he was one of those guys who, if he took a liking to you and he thought you were good or talented or had something special, he would try to put you in not only in his shows, he would put you in a situation so you can be in other people's shows. I remember he introduced me to a director, put me in an episode of, you remember Trapper John? I was in the very last Trapper John ever filmed.
oh wow.
Yeah, so I got in that one, and then he introduced me to the casting director of Highway to Heaven,
Wow.
Michael Landon,
Nice.
and then I met Michael Landon, and this just goes on. There's a lot of, you know, it's who you know that we are, you know.
Yeah, man. So basically, he was just somebody who was, you know, looking out for, you know, people that he either took a liking to or cared for in the industry, and he tried to make sure, you know, you were just in the best situation you could be in, pretty
Right.
much.
Because when you're really young, and I was like 19, it's just really, it's overwhelming. You have the confidence, but you know, it's different than when you're in Chicago and you know everybody, and it's not the it's not the pool. The pool is a lot smaller. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You come to LA, it's like an ocean, and you're like, oh God, what did I get myself into?
You're like, where are you trying to swim to right now?
The same way everyone else.
Because
is.
there's a million places you could pick from, and you're trying to
Yep.
figure out which way to go.
Yep, exactly.
I like
That's
when-
why they have so many beauty queens come here, because back in their town, they're like beauty queens. They're the best
Right.
of the best in their town. And then they come here and they realize, oh, all the other beauty queens are here too. So it's, you know.
Why did all the good ones come here? I was supposed to come here. Why'd you all follow me?
to Georgia.
Exactly.
Oh man. So obviously we're going to talk about Sangre Negra and Ricky Santos. I was reading articles about how you feel about playing the character, and I read that you enjoy it so much that, quote, acting is fun again. In that same interview, you also said you enjoy writing over acting. So I guess this will be a little bit of a two-part question. I feel like
Okay.
when you write, you're creating something. When you act, you're bringing that creation to life. And you would know better than me, so correct me if I'm wrong. But what makes writing more fun than acting, and why did the role of Ricky Santos make acting fun again? Did acting get stale? Was Ricky a different role than maybe past roles you've gotten used to playing before that? What made acting fun again when Ricky was created?
A combination of all of those.
Okay.
It made it fun again because when you're an actor, especially if you're not a big name actor, you don't really have a choice of roles. You can't afford to say, I mean, some people do, but you can't
Yeah.
afford to say, I'm not going to do that because I don't like the role. You're there. So how much do I get for that role again? Okay. I got to pay the rent. I got to pay the car note. I got, you know. So but a lot of times you find yourself doing roles that are not, just not what you came out there to do. You know, I don't think anybody came out to Hollywood and stuff to be shot, literally.
Yeah, nobody's trying to do that. I don't think anyone anywhere's trying to do that.
Yeah, you don't come out there to be like, you know, the doorman and, you know, latest episode of CSI Miami or CSI. You know, you come out there to act, to play roles that you can put your spin on, you know. And
Yeah.
I've had a couple of those roles, you know, actually I've had quite a few. But then again, in Hollywood, there are stages. And
Right.
when you come out here and when you're 19 years old, you have a lot of opportunities because nobody really cares as much about younger actors' experience. Then when you get into your mid 20s and 30s, you should have established yourself in a certain amount. And if you have, they've seen you in a certain way. So you wind up playing those roles because that's what they consider you for. Then you
Okay.
get to your 40s, and that should be your prime, especially if you want to be a leading man, that is your prime time. So if you're not getting those leading men roles, at that time, you're succumb to guest shots, co-star shots, bad guy number 8, or, you know, it's just not fun. And what happened is I went to Canada for 5 years. And during those 5 years, I sort of like rediscovered acting again. You know, I was getting a lot of good parts because, again, it's the pool syndrome. You leave LA and you go to Toronto.
Pool gets
the pool's
smaller.
Yeah, pool smaller. So I sort of jumped up to the top. I got like the number one, basically the Endeavor William Morris of Toronto,
Nice.
Canada,
Nice.
was my agent. So I got in to see everybody, and again, a connection with Stephen Cannell wound up being one of the casting directors, and I got tons of roles from them. So I was having a good time. And then my ego got a hold of me and told me, I think I'm ready to go back to Los Angeles again. You go back to Los Angeles and you find out that, oh, it's just like starting all over again. And because all the people I knew were now no
They
longer
moved
there.
on.
Moved on, and you just basically have to start all over again. So I basically just got tired of that, so I started to delve into the writing more. And I found out I enjoyed writing because nobody was telling me what I could write. I just wrote
Yeah.
what I felt like I could write. So you're much freer creatively. And, you can develop your own characters. You can write, oh, I think I could do this. Or a friend of mine, she's great for this. Or he could do this. Or, and not only do you help yourself, I think you help your fellow actors who are also have not gotten a break or the break that they thought they should have gotten.
Yeah.
So that's fun too. Everything all together is much more fun when you're writing stuff.
Because you get to bring a lot of those different things together, and
Right.
you get to bring on people that weren't really getting thought of, and it just gets to be something new and different for not only everybody watching but everybody participating as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I don't know about you guys, but sometimes do you ever get tired of seeing the same actors over and over and over and over
Yeah,
again?
I would say yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know?
You want to
And-
see somebody. You want to see a fresh face every now and then. 100%.
Yeah, but the studios and the powers that be, they don't think that way. They think, oh, we put in a familiar face and then people are going to watch it. Recently, they've been finding that that's not working very well. So I think things are changing a lot. A lot of A-listers are not, they're
Yeah.
no longer worth what they were worth before.
I mean, because I feel like things after a while they get stale. They kind of play out a little bit, and every now and then, when it starts to get that way, I just think there needs to be something to do. You freshen things up, you change it, and really, that's how a lot of, especially like the older shows, I guess they end up staying. You know, because you think about something like South Park, they just make fun of whatever's out there.
Mom,
Whatever's
Tom
out there
Cruise will
now.
come out of the closet.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Kyle. One of my favorite episodes was the one with the UPS man. I just want to point that out.
I didn't see it.
Well,
What was that one?
So it's Christmas time. You guys know the song "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus," basically, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So think of that, but with the UPS man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I forget who thinks whose mom is cheating on, the dad with the UPS man, but I know it's happening somewhere.
That's hysterical. God bless you, Ruben.
Mommy was kissing the UPS man. He's kind of like Santa Claus.
They both deliver.
He's like Santa Claus if Santa Claus had his own station and he asked for the Uber driver. Little bit. I actually did have a couple of questions about Canada, so it is interesting that you bring that up. And the first one that I have here, because, you've been on a lot of different shows, maybe, not like, the big roles that I know you were, looking for, like you got in Canada, a couple here as well, like Ricky Santos also. But there's shows like Law and Order, Highlander. We both do stand up. So when I saw Jimmy Kimmel as one of the shows too, I was interested. So thinking about, starting in LA, going to Canada, and then coming back, do you think you would have had a lot of these experiences if that was the case? And what would Sangre Negra have looked like? Would we have even had that in Ricky Santos? I kind of did want to get your take on that, actually.
Oh, it's a good question. Probably not,
Yeah.
because I don't think anybody was thinking the way that character. Nobody was thinking about a character that was so mean. You know what I mean? He's Jamaican. Well, he's Hispanic and black.
Yeah.
Basically, that's me.
Right.
People don't write those roles for specifically Hispanic and black.
Okay.
And then, the role, he's kind of a rogue. He's kind of like the J.R. Ewing of the brothers, the troublemaker, but yet he gets away with everything. He's the bad guy. But
Right.
He's the bad guy that everybody loves, either loves to love or love to hate, or whatever it is. the character became the mainstay of the show, where he was originally was supposed to be just the three brothers
Yeah.
equally, but my character rose to the top in popularity. So I'm not sure that would have happened. That's a 1 in a million chance, I think.
I mean, but it's the bad one. It's the bad guy that's kind of sticking out. The guy who chose the criminal path. I feel like since it's so different from a lot of the other characters, it does kind of help make that character stick out a little bit.
And
Yeah, for sure.
It's got me thinking of when Big Bang Theory had all their different characters. This is a hell of a series to compare this to, but it's what I was thinking of. But you had the main character who was Leonard, and then the focus kind of shifted to Sheldon because Sheldon just stuck out above everybody,
Not everybody
just
else, right?
from a comedy perspective.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very true.
And sometimes,
And
good, sorry.
go ahead.
No, continue, please.
Just to say the same thing happened with like Happy Days and Fonzie and different, what's it called?
Jumping
Family
the shark.
Matters.
What?
Yeah. Secondary characters become the main character.
Right. And then there's
And
spin-offs.
even Eric Estrada in Tip, he wasn't supposed to be the main Tip.
Yeah.
But he became so popular that it wound up being Punch and the other guy.
Yep. And
There was also Urkel in Family Matters.
he was a.
Yeah. This was
Urkel in Family Matters. He wasn't supposed to be the main character.
Oh wow.
I think in the
God
first
bless
season he was
you.
only around like a few times.
a few times, yeah.
And then because of his popularity in the first season, they made the focus of the show more on him.
Did I do that?
Yep.
Did I do that? Yeah.
I hated that show.
Did I do that? I pulled my hoodie up for a second. I hope nobody saw that.
Did
Oh,
you do
man.
that? Yeah.
Oh, I did that.
I read an article once about a school that if you showed up like the baggy pants basically hanging below your waist, they would Urkel you. That you would get either detention or get Urkeled, and they would make you wear. the
Look at
pants
me,
like
I
that
did
for a day.
that.
Yeah.
It would- Did I? I can't.
Wear
do
your
it.
pants at your chest? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's a great lesson
Like, just pants somebody. Why you gotta inflict pain like that?
because
It's gotta be it's gotta be emotional. That's what gets people.
Gotta be.
it's
all right.
hysterical. Though.
But
And then your face would go on the Urkel wall of shame.
I didn't know you had a whole wall for it.
Yeah, the school did it.
You had a setup. Look at you.
I didn't, but
I think you did.
Right here because
I think you started the wall of
I
shame.
did. Damn it! I admit.
I'm trying to arrange my lighting. Getting dark over here.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
It's been dark over here. Ruben turned these lights on. Now you can barely see my eyes. I look like a fat slender man. You ain't never seen that in your life.
Ruben. Yeah.
They say that the camera adds 10 pounds to you. I'm wondering how many cameras are on me.
How many pounds does it add to me? I could do 10 pounds to myself.
You guys need to be on a network.
No, I'm naturally self-deprecating.
She started it.
I like shows though that have spin-offs, like when it's a good show, like Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, and then that horrible spin-off, Joni Loves Chachi. Remember?
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Barely. That was on for one season, right?
What,
Something like
Joni
that.
Loves Chachi? That I don't know, but it was just so bad. And
Yeah.
It was so bad it was good.
I wouldn't even say
It sounds like The Purge. Anybody remember The Purge?
when they're wearing the masks.
Yeah, when they're wearing the masks. The Purge is about you get to just murder for a night.
Oh, I
Like
never.
get it out of your system. There's like one night a year and they called it The Purge.
Yeah.
And it was just so bad that I think people in the audience were actually like clapping by the end. Like just at all the ridiculous stuff that was going on in the movie.
You were saying about like being the bad guy. Are you guys familiar with the show? I think it's The Fall with Gillian Anderson and Jamie Dornan. Anyway, what?
I know the show. I haven't seen it, though.
Yeah.
I know the show.
And well, Jamie Dornan is a bad guy, but he's a likable bad guy. So it's almost like you feel guilty liking him and wanting him
Right.
to get away with stuff.
Nah, I'd feel just
And then
fine.
that show on Netflix, You.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen You? Yeah, that's the
yeah,
premiere. This guy goes around killing everybody.
Yeah.
Sort of like Dexter.
yeah. I
too,
was
the
just gonna
same.
say.
Yeah.
And it's like they're likable bad guys.
Yeah, yeah. And I was just talking to somebody about the whole Luigi Mangione
Yeah.
phenomenon that's going
Oh
on.
my. Yeah, no, they were joking on SNL like people are fighting for the
Yeah.
role.
Yeah,
Did they
yeah, exactly.
did they say who they
Like,
were
who's gonna
gonna
put
cast?
him in the movie?
Shit, I'll do it.
I'll do it. Shit, I'll dye my hair black and get eyebrows.
I would probably make it look too believable. Nobody believed it was Luigi. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. So it's like, well, it just goes to show there's a phenomenon where if they strike a chord and if people are upset about something and then somebody does something heinous and the person who did something heinous happens to be halfway attractive, it's easy for
Yep.
a person like that to be all of a sudden become a
criminal.
heartthrob, even though he's a cold-blooded
Yeah.
killer.
Like
Shit, you
Ted
know what?
Bundy.
Listen, Richard Ramirez could probably start an OnlyFans account right now and get a shit ton of fans.
Yeah, there you go. That was the first example from many moons ago. I do remember that. Girls were lining up at the courthouse and like, dude, this guy used to rape little old ladies.
Yeah.
My wife watches like a lot of the murder mystery channels.
Yeah, those are great.
Mhm.
So I was watching the video on one of them. It was Richard Ramirez while somebody was putting their makeup on, and I'm just sitting here watching this. I'm like, why am I watching somebody else put their makeup on?
Look at like Charles Manson and Ted Bundy. He had like this female following.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ted Bundy is another one. Yeah, he had this, and Manson for some reason controlled these women.
Yeah.
Even though he's
That's why they make those movies.
Yep. Even though he's not as high profile, there's an act. I don't even know. He's a criminal. Now he's a model, and his name's Jeremy Meeks, and they were calling him hot.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that whole hot
I remember
criminal?
that.
I don't know
Yeah.
about this actually.
His name's Jeremy Meeks. He's a criminal, and like all these
This is his
women.
mugshot.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
mugshot is
exactly.
Striking, yeah.
They showed his mugshot, and all these women were like, "Oh my God, he's so hot!" And some agency, here I am struggling. Some agency signed him, and he became a model. He can't become a model citizen, but he became a model.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly.
We didn't need model
Yeah,
citizens anyway.
They tried to put him in a couple of movies. He just was a terrible actor. So
I'm surprised, really.
they couldn't quite pull that off. But
That's probably one of the bad movies you were talking about. And just didn't realize it.
But I think some women are trying to do that to Luigi. That like.
oh yeah. They're actually worried that people may try to help him escape or something.
Oh my
That's why they had
God.
the whole New York police force and the mayor and the FBI. Like, wow,
He just goes. To,
They tried to put him in Fast and Furious before the DNA test.
exactly.
that
They're
might,
going for Paul Walker, right?
Yeah, man. So you also told everybody where you see Sangre Negra in 5 years in one of the interviews you did about it, and that answer was in the 5th season of Sangre Negra. I like that answer. So I want to know, how many seasons do you see Sangre Negra going? Do you have any vision for an end right now, or do you just want to keep it going as long as you can? Some of the drama series that Sangre Negra has been inspired by include Dallas, Dynasty,
Wow.
Bonanza, and The Sopranos. And when I was coming up with questions, I thought of the ending of Sopranos in particular. For anybody who doesn't know, Tony and his family are just casually eating at a diner, and he looks up, and yeah, that's it. Fade to black. Series over.
Yeah,
So
they go
people,
back, yeah.
yeah, people have a lot of opinions on what that means. Nothing verified, but a lot of people, including myself, have speculated that was the end of Tony Soprano's life. He was just Oft in the Diner. Do you see Ricky Santos kind of ending up that way? Do you see something different? Do you see an ending at all as far as Ricky Santos or Sangre Negra goes? I just kind of wanted to ask a little bit of the vision of it, if you don't mind.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I always look at these, especially gangster themed movies or series. You usually have three endings. Either you have to have like the lead bad guy gets whacked at the end,
Yeah.
or they change and become legitimate, and then the younger ones take over, and then the original guy dies alone in a chair, like Al Pacino did in Godfather 3.
Yeah.
Which was very unsatisfying, by the way.
Rocking back and forth.
Yeah, and then the next one is the one that is the most frustrating is when they cut the series or the movies before you know what happened at all. Sopranos kind of rattled it both ways.
Yeah.
Just in case, but now that Gandolfini, of course, passed and everything, they tried a prequel,
Yeah.
and that didn't work very well. Yeah, they tried a young Tony Soprano, and nobody liked that.
And that was
So,
our way.
Yeah, so I see, I see him going out in a blaze of glory, and I do see the fifth season at the end. At least 5 seasons, and if you go on again, it'll be a spinoff.
Okay. So I wasn't sure if there was like a longer vision to it and, kind of what you had like in mind for an ending if you do have it. Because, there's shows that just go and go and go. And that's not a bad thing. Supernatural probably is what it is because it's so many seasons long.
Right.
But, I wasn't sure if you had like a vision or like an ending in mind.
I would hate to have a TV series when you watch yourself get older and older on screen.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I watch CSI Miami, like, wow, I'm not CSI, but Law and Order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been up like 24 years, and you can tell, and they show the reruns, and they're one age, and then Mariska's another age, and then, wow, it's like, whoa, what the hell? It doesn't even like the same people.
You're like, wait, why am I looking at all these different people? Like, it was an older lady that was the main character before. What's going on?
Yeah, right.
There's so many spin-offs.
Then you start looking at the quality of what it was, and then you're like, oh wait, that's from 2010.
Yeah, exactly. What was in the news then? They're copying on Law and Order. But I kind of see after a while. I think most series, if they get past 3 years for some reason, there's a slippage that starts.
Okay.
And they either have to take a long break and come back, or they have to go on Netflix and get rediscovered like Suits. Mm-hmm. Or, I think 5 years is a good time, especially for a series.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Yeah. So I did actually have one more question. I was curious about this.
Mm-hmm.
While you did the time you did in the different roles you were in Canada, I found out in an interview, and this is actually from something you were on. I think it was Connecting with Carrie. I think that's what the show was called. Apparently William Shatner's Canadian. I actually didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Didn't know that? Yeah.
No, I didn't know that before I watched that. I learned that today at around like 4 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A lot of those guys. Michael J. Fox.
Yep.
I didn't know that either.
Ryan Reynolds.
I knew about Ryan Reynolds. What I was actually gonna ask, and feel free to talk about the show you did with William Shatner if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
But what were some of the other big stars that came back that were Canadian? Maybe a lot of people don't realize, but you worked with them back when you were in Canada.
Well, the biggest star I met, but I didn't work with him, unfortunately, was Jim Carrey.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's Canadian.
Yeah.
And I met him at a function for ACTRA, which is the Association of Canadian Television and Radio Artists.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
The award dinner, and he got an award, and I got an award, and it was like, oh, cool, I get to meet Jim Carrey. That was fun. Who else? Nev Campbell, I did a TV series. Do you remember Nev Campbell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Scream she did, is it Scream? She was in?
Yep, Scream and then Party of Five.
Scream, yeah, Scream and Party of Five, yeah. Let me see, who else is Canadian, who you guys would know?
Drum roll, please.
The whole cast of Degrassi Junior High, the original, the
Yeah.
cast of.
Well, I mean, we knew. I mean, we know that because of Drake, though.
Party of Five, yeah.
SCTV.
You got to remember Drake was on Degrassi.
That I did not know.
You didn't know that?
I did not know.
Yeah. He used to act on Degrassi. He was the guy in the wheelchair.
I never watched it.
Oh my God. I don't know how you wait. Like, if you watched like any Degrassi at all?
The original.
Oh, the original. Okay.
I was going to say that.
No, he wasn't on the original.
It's like I remember going through the channels and I came across that. Oh, you can't do that on television. Just like, isn't all Nickelodeon, is that all Canadian?
Is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's
Yeah.
like
Oh, I didn't
so
know
many
that.
actors, singers and actors. I can't think of anyone past Ryan Reynolds, and there's so many of them. Comey Smulders.
The girls who was in the Notebook with Ryan Gosling.
Oh my God.
I'm blanking on the name
Give me
too.
a
It's not
second.
just you.
Very pretty.
Big star. Rachel
McAdams, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Canadian.
I was never gonna get that.
And
It was
then,
just comments.
did you
I
ever?
just can't remember them.
Yeah. Did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother? Did you guys watch How I Met Your Mother?
I watched a couple episodes of it.
Well,
Yeah, I watched the episode, yeah.
Colby Smothers, they had a character, Robin, and she was a grown-up. She's from Canada, and I think her husband is too, who's Taron Killam, who's on SNL or was.
Okay.
So her character was, I want to say Robin Sparkles, and they would show Canada, and it was like, I think she said something like they were different from the time of year. It was like a year behind or something so stupid, but it was funny because they tune into her show in Canada.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people from Canada start off in Second City, like John Candy and
Yep.
Eugene Levy and
Joe Flaherty.
that's about it.
Catherine,
Yeah, Joe Flaherty,
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine. Yeah, now I can remember. Yeah,
Now,
yeah, there was a ton of them.
Now, I have another friend, Ann Bio is her name, and she was here and she went back to Canada. How do you feel? How do you feel about, as opposed to working in New York, working in Toronto and having it be New York? Have you ever?
Yeah, that used to confuse me a little bit, but everybody says Toronto reads like New York when they film on it, but if you've been to Toronto, you've been to New York, you know that's not true.
Right.
To me, it doesn't read New York at all.
I
but they
can't
use it all the time.
I can't imagine it being like that.
Yeah,
I have a friend
it's so
who
weird.
works in Toronto. I mean, I've never
Yeah.
been there myself. I was close to going for a show one time. It just didn't happen. But I can't imagine it.
Yeah, like
Like,
They
you
do
know
it
what I mean?
all the
Like,
time.
I can't imagine that in the back of my head.
It does resemble Boston.
yeah, that's
When
where
it
I'm from.
doubles Boston, it works. Yeah, New England, yeah, it works for that.
Yep.
But New York, I'm like, this is just way too clean for me.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Way too
The
clean.
city that never sleeps and the city that always smells.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Good
wait,
one, huh?
what city always smells?
Yeah.
Wait,
Talking about New Jersey?
no, I'm talking about New York. I don't know. It does kind of, go up to North Jersey a little bit.
I'm from
Like, I
Boston.
feel like that's why they call us the armpit. They smell and they just blame us for it because they get angry.
I'm from Boston, and
You're from Boston?
yeah, and
Oh, okay.
I like when they're showing things that are supposed to be New England, Boston. It's like, no, you can tell this was filmed in Canada because it's cheaper, right? The budgets and everything
Yeah.
and so you see so many things that are supposed to take place and it's not that much more expensive because if you think about it, by the time they're building the sets and the props and everything, you could have just filmed in that area and saved a little bit.
What's a lot cheaper in Canada is the crew. The crew is about a quarter of the price of the U.S. crews.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's where they save a lot. I mean, and also the acting union, the scale for actor is nowhere near the scale for SAG. But
Yeah.
the crew is like really, really. I said, God, that's all you guys get paid, man. Nobody in the United States would work there if they didn't have to,
Wow.
because
I believe
their crew they'll pay them peanuts.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah.
That's sad.
So,
Yeah, a little bit.
which is why there's so much being filmed there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But let me ask you one more thing before we let you go and we get our next guest on here. So, you guys have finished. You guys have finished filming season 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I do want to ask. Obviously, don't really give anything away, but what do you see as far as Ricky Santos goes for some of the later seasons? I know you said he's going to go out in a blaze of glory, but what should we expect from Ricky Santos before that blaze of glory? Because we're still a little bit away from it.
Right. Well, one thing you're going to be looking for is for a full takeover.
Hell yeah.
That's what he's aiming for, because he's still technically working for his boss.
Yeah.
So that becomes a bit sticky.
Okay.
I can tell you that.
What
Yeah,
happens
man.
at the end of the story?
Huh?
Now, what happens at the end of the
Blaze
story?
of glory, Ruben.
There's a glory.
He ain't listening.
I'm
What's
just-
going
I'm
on,
just-
man?
I'm just messing.
You should be knowing what this guy is thinking. Y'all have the same bald spot.
There may be a few more blazes of glory before Ricky's, though.
That's right.
So,
Hey, Tony wasn't the first one in The Sopranos.
yeah, that's true.
Christopher,
No, he
please.
wasn't.
He ain't gonna be the first here. There's gonna be a rat somewhere. Somebody's gonna lie to
Oh,
him
yeah.
next.
Mhm.
Oh man. Yeah, so no, but I've heard a lot about Sangre Negra even before I knew you were a part of it. I think the first time I heard about it was the first time we had Alexis Marrero on.
Oh, yeah.
Cause she
my
I think
girl,
she
Alexis.
did a little bit of a minor role. We talked a little bit about it.
Yeah, she's in season 2.
Yeah, no, because she's come on the show a couple of times, and I remember we talked about it maybe like halfway through the show, and I don't remember a lot of what we said about it, but I remember the conversation took an interesting turn. She was excited about it, so no, I'm excited to definitely check it out myself. And make sure you guys keep celebrating while you're here. Keep supporting, like, comment, share, subscribe. As we talked about earlier, we passed 5,000 subscribers, baby. This is a day to celebrate. So make sure you guys are out here supporting, liking the channel. Make sure you guys are sharing it. We've got a lot of amazing guests on, including Antonio over here, who's done so much throughout his career, been in so many different roles, and really just has a lot of, knowledge as far as acting in Hollywood goes that he was kind enough to share on the show. So I do also
Thank
want
you
to
for
say
having
while
me,
you're
guys.
here, no, thank you, man. I appreciate it 100%. Also, shout out to Paula Ann for helping us set this up.
Yeah, shout out to Paula.
But no, but thank you so much. I would definitely love to have you back. I enjoyed talking to you. I normally don't like talking to Ruben, and you guys have the same bald spot, so this is nice.
That's okay.
Tell everyone where they can stalk you on social media.
Oh yeah, you can go Antonio McKay official on Instagram, and then Antonio McKay Facebook. I do have a Twitter or an X account, but I never use it, to be honest with you.
I don't
So-
either.
Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look at X and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Derek.
Yeah. Get you in trouble.
IZ.
Get you in trouble, man.
Yeah, man. Nah, but thank you once again. I appreciate it. I enjoyed the conversation. And again, I'd love to have you back sometime, man.
Okay. Thank you, brother.
All
Thank
right.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody, this is Hot Tag Takes here on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2. We will be back in about another 15, 20 minutes or so. Make sure you guys are tuning into the show. We've got one more guest tonight for our Christmas show. Brett Boyett coming on next.
Very good.
I'm blind.
you still catch my eye? Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Happy Christmas. I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you. I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been. But if you kissed me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Oh, crowded room, friends with tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and your soul device. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on. A face on a lover with a fire in his heart. A man undercover, but you tore me apart. Ooh, now I found a real love. You'll never fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave me away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Face on a lover with a fire in his heart. Gave you my man undercover, but you tore him apart. Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking built upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for
this what mirror pictures feel like? It looks exactly the same. What's up? What'd you say?
Live.
Oh, we are?
We are live.
I just heard my mic go off. That was the first time I heard my mic since you started talking about, 4 minutes ago.
Guys,
Sherry's still live on TikTok.
I am live on TikTok. Guys, tune in if you're just seeing
Is this what mirror pictures look like? I feel like this is you, doing a mirror picture.
I think so.
Like, is this what they're supposed to look like? This is what we're going for when we do mirror pictures?
I want to know why the background's not showing. It's got a green screen. But guys,
That's the green screen on your phone.
if you're watching this, tune in to YouTube.
Let me take a selfie.
Yeah, let me take a selfie. Oh my god.
Oh my god, girl.
Girl.
I ain't shit.
Hi, Diamond. Hi, everyone. Just tuning in to watching me be a guest host here on my friend Johnny Sharp's radio show. You can find him
That's
on
right.
here. You can find him on here as well. Give him a
Find Johnny Sharp and Friends if you guys are looking for the YouTube link. We are celebrating a little bit, getting 5,000 subscribers officially as of this morning, which, oh, dude, I've had so much fun on this show. Not even just the one today, just like doing this in general over the years. Just had a lot of fun people on the show, and I've had a lot of shows that I've really enjoyed with comics, musicians, and a whole bunch of others. And I mean, I've enjoyed the guests we've had today as well. R.KIEU GRISBY just sent me the link to his YouTube channel. I should absolutely subscribe to that.
I have to follow.
He now has 349. But yeah, man. I've been enjoying the show. I've got a couple of Laffy Taffies right here.
Laffy Taffy.
Oh, these Taffies will make you laughy.
Oh, I know. I can attest to that.
You've been pretty laughy on the show already.
I know.
Like she
laughing.
she passed the rest of it over to me as we were still on the air with the second guest.
And well, at least
She's like, I'm gonna hit these away like a cat. I was like, what?
because they're on the table. They're on the here.
That's when you start playing with it and you end up breaking it. Like you end up batting it in the air, then you don't know which direction you want to do it in, so you just look crazy tossing it back and forth to yourself.
Like for the cat lovers, you gotta love when they're like. Anybody who has a cat knows like
It starts with that, and then ends up like just trying to juggle it and looking crazy. Maybe tossing it up in the air, try to grab it back down.
Oh yeah, and the SWAT. In case anyone's wondering while they're watching your channel, where can they find me? Can I give myself a plug?
Yeah, I don't care. Why would I care about you doing that?
If anybody wants to follow me on social media, YouTube here, it's Shari Antics.
Apparently, how dare you, according to me.
SHARIANNTICS. Instagram, same. Shari
That's hella
Antics.
wordplay.
What?
Antics.
Yep. I tried to get ANTICS, but my middle.
But then you put an extra one in there because why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not? Because my middle name is Ann. So.
Well, yeah, I figured.
wordplay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Here, have another.
I think I have one in my purse, but Shari Antics on Instagram, TikTok, and Shari Linux, which is boring on Facebook.
Why is that boring?
Because I like because they're always censoring me on Facebook. Actually,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said the name was boring. I was like, how's that boring?
they censor me. Have you been like? I'm guessing
I'm assuming we've all been thrown in
we've
Facebook
all-
jail once or
Facebook
twice.
jail.
That's happened to everybody.
Maybe that's where-
Facebook will find a reason to throw you in Facebook jail, even if a reason doesn't actually exist.
That's probably where Luigi Mangione thinks he's going. Is like Facebook jail.
Luigi Mangione started a bunch of rumors online.
I can't believe that women are trying to like have him not go to prison because he's handsome.
I mean, I'm sure people do crazy shit all the time.
Oh yeah,
There are men that buy people's socks on TikTok.
it's
So
scary.
if there's that, I'm assuming there's people that are trying to get this guy out of jail.
It's fucked up. And then the person who turned him in, she might not get the $60,000. Did you hear about that?
Oh, that what?
Yeah, they said because
Why would you do this?
because the FBI hotline, you have to give a code or something stupid like that, and something to do with God bless you.
You're gonna get shot next trying to do that to somebody.
What? The FBI.
Fuck him out of $60,000.
Yeah, they said it'll be a while. First they said she couldn't get it or he couldn't get the reward. Then they said she might not get it because of McDonald's policy and the FBI. So I'm sorry if you're.
Well, you know what? That McDonald's is getting 1-star Yelp reviews. So, you know what? If you're gonna fuck somebody out of $60,000 because of your policy, this is why.
Oh yeah.
This is why you get 1-star reviews, not because of Luigi. You all know what you did. What is this? I
I'm
feel
just
like I
putting you
should
on
be
your-
looking
on
at this.
TikTok Live.
Oh, I thought you. I was like, wait, like, should I be looking at somebody's comment?
Luigi Mangione's live on.
Luigi
TikTok.
Mangione commented,
I wonder how many followers have.
and then his brother Mario found him and called the cops.
Is that
Dude, if that was a cop car sound, that would be so amazing.
it? No, it was the.
I want to drive a cop car and make it have that noise.
How about you get arrested and just to have you'll still hear it. I don't know.
What you're saying is I should do something that gets me arrested.
Sure, why not? Just to hear the music played.
That's a hell of a thing to go through for just music.
Well, you said you want to hear cop cars with that sound.
Dude, it would make me laugh so hard. I don't know why. It just would.
Like an ambulance instead of its siren, but that.
Like imagine hearing that on your way to the hospital. I'm a leg.
Or you get coins.
Oh God.
You get what's her name, Princess Peach.
I mean, I can't just hear the coins on the entire drive. That's about 10 minutes of coins. I'll go insane.
Like for every.
Like, am I throwing these at the people in South Park yelling "spare change"? Like, why? Like, why are we hearing all these coin noises?
Spare change? No, thanks. I'm good.
Spare change. Ruben, you got any spare change? You look like you only have spare change.
I see something
I don't even
shiny.
have change to spare.
I see something shiny coming from that window.
Shari put her glasses on when she was looking at Ruben's head.
Yeah, that's right.
That is.
You gotta wear shades when you look at
Yeah, no, she was smart. I wasn't. I'm blind right now.
Blinded.
Like
by
I
the-
think I actually think I'm looking at the wall, not the camera.
I'm gonna put this on here. So,
I'm not looking at the TV. Not even a little bit.
I think you are. I think you're looking at the.
Well, that's how you know I'm blind, because I had no idea. So
Now I
there's
can.
that.
People are gonna be like, "Why do you have your sunglasses?"
So
on?"
I do want to let everybody know our next guest is Brett Boyett, who is an amazing producer. I'm very, very excited to have on the show. He should be coming on around 9 o'clock EST. We were actually trying to get him on a little bit ago because our original 8 p.m. couldn't make it for the show tonight, but the show is ending up going to go on its original time at 9 p.m. So we're just here shooting the shit. We might shoot the shit until then. We might shoot the shit for another 10 minutes and then go to break one last time. Who knows? But this is why we do things live on the air, so some shenanigans can happen that we didn't expect.
Or antics.
And now we have a nice story out of it. She's just trying to tell you her Instagram name.
I already said it. You said shenanigans, so I
Shenanalamigans.
said. So I,
Shenana antics.
Shenana antics.
Shari and Nana antics. Oh God, this is getting worse and worse.
Yes. Live replay. I do not want to, like, I'm deleting this. Today is, I'm waiting.
This show, I think, almost didn't happen because Ruben has been killing it on different films. Ruben,
Yeah.
you were on the set for Happy Gilmore 2, helping produce that, right?
No,
Oh.
I was a background actor.
I worked
Background
on
actor,
it.
yeah.
You did too?
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised I didn't see you. Wow.
Yeah. What scene were you in?
When he's out, this doesn't make it like he's outside and Julie Bowen's in the scene, and it was a younger him when he's golfing.
Oh, okay. I'm in the tournament.
I know it doesn't help. It's like that one scene. We shot it in Bedminster.
Oh yeah, I was in Bedminster.
Yeah.
I was on the golf course.
Yeah, we were on the golf course too, but like how many days did they?
What month did you go in?
Let me see. I'll tell you in 1 minute.
How long did they film that for?
3 months.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes, see, September, October, November. Yeah. No,
I didn't-
actually 3.5 months. They just finished filming December 6th.
I didn't realize they did it for like 3 months.
Oh yeah.
I was on it. I think I worked 2 days. One day. The 15th of October.
Was it daytime or night?
Daytime.
Daytime.
I was a
'Cause
spectator.
that sounds familiar, because they had me at a baseball stadium. What do you call it when little kids play minor league baseball?
Mine.
Little
They had.
League. Little League.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think if they had.
Little League. I was. They had me as a baseball coach.
Oh, that's
In
cool.
in Little League, it wasn't much of a scene, but you know,
Wait, so what did you do as a baseball coach?
absolutely nothing.
Yep.
You didn't do anything. You didn't get to yell at anybody. You
No,
didn't get
all I had to
to
do was make an
get in the
expression
ump's
at a drunk
face.
guy.
Nothing.
All I had to do, all I had to do was make an expression at a drunk guy in his underwear.
Ah, that's funny.
So what
You
was
got
it? Was it just
featured.
you like dropping a soda and getting wide-eyed?
Not even that. Believe it or not, the director didn't give me any direction at all. We just had to just go with it.
So how did you just go with it? What did you look like looking at the drunk guy in his underwear?
You know, shocked. Like,
Yeah, like shocked, like wide-eyed, dropping your drink, like things like that.
no, I didn't have any drinks or anything in my hand.
We
You were just wide-eyed.
Just wide-eyed, and
Bushy
I mean,
tail.
me and the other coach were making fun of the.
They should have, dude. They should have got you just dropping a soda on a kid's head.
I was actually, believe it or not, I was trying to get some popcorn or soda or something like that, but I couldn't leave my spot.
now
You could always just grab the popcorn,
then-
throw it at the kid by accident,
and
then
then-
be like, "What?"
And then they got me in. I'm in like maybe 6 or 7 scenes in the golf tournament.
Just walking.
Oh no, I'm actually watching when they throw the ball in the air. I'm giving reaction shots to that. I'm in the winter scene.
Okay.
Where they had like the snow and the Christmas trees and everything.
wouldn't have that.
And then I'm actually in a close-up shot, which I don't know if they're going to use it or not, but it was like a last-minute, shot where Adam Sandler hits the girl in the head with the golf ball.
Okay.
So they got me on the expression shot going up close to her
Nice.
from
Yeah.
the point of view of Adam Sandler coming towards her.
Is that the day you met Adam Sandler?
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah.
I was gonna say it sounds like it because it sounds like you were close to Adam Sandler because of where you were.
Yeah.
That's another place he usually films all of his things in Boston, and he's wearing the shirt, the Boston Bruins shirt.
Boston,
but
yeah.
this is the first film of his that I've worked on that was in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, I think reason why he filmed here was because Netflix is moving here.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah,
a lot
and
of
they
sense.
just approved the Monmouth County Naval Base.
Oh wow.
Oh
so-
wait, Netflix is going to Monmouth County.
Yep.
Yo, because that's not far from here.
No, it's only like
Yeah.
35 minutes.
Yeah, this is Mercer County.
Yeah, it's not far.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like right by here.
Yeah, actually, the military base is not too far from Monmouth University, if I'm not mistaken.
Because the ones that are close to here, are like Burlington, Ocean.
Yeah, it's
Monmouth.
more northeast.
That's a little bit more south. This is northeast.
Yeah, this northeast. It's a little bit more south. Yeah, Monmouth. Yeah, they're moving to the Naval Military Base.
Wow.
And
crazy.
it was a great opportunity. Believe it or not, Sherry,
Mm-hmm.
when I was applying for like multiple jobs over the summer, just trying to get my car paid off, and then I saw the thing for Happy Gilmore. I just applied to be a golfer in the background, just get like $200 and just call it a night.
Yeah.
I did not expect to be in like 7 or 8 scenes in the film.
Yeah, I know everyone I know who worked on it. I was so jealous. Like my friend Adam, he worked like the equivalent. I want to say, if not more, like the equivalent of like 2 weeks. And
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, no, it was like me. It was like 3 weeks.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I worked
awesome.
from October 8th to November 15th.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's a
it was
month and a half. That's a little more than
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. It was like on and off. In between. It wasn't like every day.
It
Oh,
wasn't,
I was there for about 3 weeks. About a month and a half long when you add all the days back together.
Well, also include because I was on the Bruce Springsteen film, the biopic.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
I
that
was-
one. I was there with 2 days.
Nice.
And I shot close-ups with Jeremy Allen White, so I couldn't be in the next day scene for the scene they shot the next
Yeah,
night
yeah,
because they're
yeah.
like, okay, whoever's with the primary actor. Actually, it was kind of funny because like whoever's with the primary actor, you can't be in this scene, so we have to use you in the background. I'm like, who's the primary actor?
Husker.
And I walked up to him too, because we were in the scene, and I said, you kind of do favor Bruce Springsteen. I told him, he was trying not to break character because we were like right in the middle of the shoot. And I just
Yeah.
asked the
Oh my
question.
God. I cannot get on that, and the only thing I'm thinking of is because Bruce Springsteen's wife has a redhead, and
What is it?
I
You think Bruce Springsteen has a thing for redheads?
no, his wife has red hair, and they will not use me. And all I can think of, the only reason is because Patty Scaffar.
Bruce Springsteen has a thing for redheads. You
No,
heard it
do
here
not
first
say
on
that.
Hamilton Radio.
Oh, wait,
not
so
say
you're
that.
saying because his wife doesn't like redheads?
No, she is a redhead.
Oh.
And I don't know.
That's
how many
why Bruce
scenes-
Springsteen has a thing for him.
No, because he was with Julianne, whatever her name was.
Oh,
before.
so they have so he
Hi.
has a prejudice with redheads?
No, I'm thinking casting or background doesn't want to use me because I don't know, like I'll stand out or
You
they'll
think
decide-
you think you would look like Bruce Springsteen's
Well,
life?
only thing I
And you
saw.
think he's gonna coming in? Honey, where'd you run off to? See?
Only thing red I saw on the casting, and some of the casting, I have to tell you, it was kind of contradicting, because
Okay.
like for the Bruce Springsteen film,
Right.
Husker.
Actually, it's called actually not even called Husker.
Yeah.
No.
No, but that's the code name.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say it.
I'm saying it then.
Because I got to tell you, when I got the my paycheck,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember this film. And then I realized, oh, okay, it's Husker. I'm not sure if we're allowed to say the name yet or not. I'm not sure.
I haven't worked on it, so I could say it.
Oh yeah, you can.
You signed an NDA.
Yeah, but Ruben has to say it first. That's
he
the
signed
problem
an
there.
NDA. He can't. He
So-
can't.
I was like, yeah. The only thing I saw was they didn't want like red or white cars.
Oh, I thought you were going to say red hair. It would make sense.
No. Oh, and for the hair thing, they said they want everybody with long hair in the
Yeah.
film.
I have the perfect 80s
And
hair.
I want to say, I said, and some people that were more bald than I am were actually in the film.
Wow.
Yeah, some people had shaved heads and everything.
That
I
is
said,
pretty cool.
there's nothing wrong. You could wear a wig.
Mm-hmm.
You could wear a hat. And I'll be honest with you, it's like, I know you probably experienced this a lot more than I have, Sherry. It's like, how can I say it? Like, it's like they don't tell you everything in the beginning.
Right.
And then when you get to the set, you're like, oh, I could have did that. You know?
Yeah.
It's like for instance, you could have been in the background. Like when I was there on the second scene, they had me standing next to the diner where they were shooting inside the diner.
Yeah.
And actually, I thought it was a real diner. I was like, damn, that's a good price for a turkey meal. It was like $5.99.
Yes.
Got you excited, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That would've got me
then I
excited too,
realized that
actually.
this is like 1982 or something like that, or
Yeah.
1981.
But I just wonder if they said they were looking for stand-ins right here. I'm like, that has to be her. I submitted casting. Grant was like, sent some more photos. I did, and they said, well, they'll reach out to casting. Submit. my
I know that's the
photo
part that sucks. And then the other thing that sucks about it is that they don't tell you to the day of
of your
or
call
the night
time.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I always tell him and Ralph. I said, "Hey guys, I may or may have to work that week. I don't know." Because one time they called me.
That's a pain in the ass.
It is. It really is a pain in the ass. And it's like with Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
When they didn't call me at night, I didn't think I had to go. I keep calling it Guilford Whitley, but it's not. I know it's not that. But they said, "Oh, we need you on the set at 10:30 a.m."
Yeah.
I said, "There's no way I'm gonna." Uh-oh.
What happened?
We were idle too long.
Uh-oh.
How are we idle?
Uh-oh. Hold on 1 second.
I'm going live.
Yeah, we were idle too long. All right, hold on.
Apparently we were idle, but I'm not really sure how because we were talking.
We could be Billy Idol.
I have to send the guy a new
Hey, guys.
Zoom.
I am being a guest host.
Give me a
on-
second. Let me get the other camera.
All right.
Guys,
I'll let him know.
No, seriously, hold it 1 second.
I'm a guest host.
There we go.
John, that's my friend Johnny. You got to tune into his show.
Okay, there we go.
Why you're whispering?
Because I don't want to interrupt.
There you go, John.
Ruben.
So anyway, to make
We're
a little
live
story
on
short, because I
YouTube.
got to get the Zoom back on for us.
Are we back
Oh,
on?
we still got 10 minutes.
What is the YouTube?
The YouTube link is Johnny Sharp and Friends.
Johnny Sharp.
It's on that show. Let me see if I can find it.
And you can just watch us record, or I'll turn the phone around if there's anybody even here.
If anybody decides to show
If
up.
anybody decides, some person wrote, that was weird. Oh, wait. Invite Johnny. Johnny, I just invited you to be a guest. Did you get it?
We're just going to be sitting here talking to each other.
Until we get the other guy.
And so,
You'll connect using audio only.
hey,
Yeah,
guys,
won't let me go on.
no, but you can speak. Like, and if anyone wants to really see what you look like, I can just turn my camera right there. Yep. Thanks for tuning in. If anybody, I got one person
did you?
here. I think it's you though.
My God.
John, if you see Brett, tell him I have to send him a new link.
Okay.
That you aren't offline already. Wow. And now no one's tuning in. If I do Instagram Live and invite you. Are you in the union, Ruben, or?
Believe it or not, during the Bruce Springsteen, they gave me a Taft-Hartley.
Yeah, they were Taft-Hartley.
Yeah. Now now that one I'm not sure about because when I read the union, like I'll be honest, I don't want to join the union.
Yeah, smart.
I'm trying to stay away from it. But I read two things. Like one, which I'm confused, and maybe you can clear it up because I'm definitely confused with it.
Guys, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Now they said if you did like 3 background roles,
Yep,
you can qualify,
you do. You qualify to join SAG.
join SAG, or if they give you a Taft-Hartley.
Taft-Hartley is they used you as SAG.
SAG, yeah.
Yeah, so those are your 3 waivers.
Oh.
So now you can join SAG if you want to.
Well, I only did 1 Taft-Hartley, but I was in background like 9 or 10 times.
Check your pay stubs because
Yeah.
they must have used you as union at some point. They might have. Don't quote me on that. They might have.
No, because a lot of things they don't tell you or say anything. Because a lot of scenes, like a lot of close-up shots I was in, they didn't even tell me I was going to be in the close-ups.
Well, they never tell you that you're going to be in the close-ups. It's sort of, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm a guest right now on my friend Johnny's show.
Yeah, buddy.
What are the call letters? It's Hamilton Radio. And what are the call letters? Or
Hot tag takes Johnny
hot
shirt.
talk hat. Hot
Those are call words, Ruben.
hot
Words.
tag takes.
Those aren't call letters. Those are search words.
Search for.
Search words.
But he's not on here. He's only on the
YouTube.
YT. Only on YouTube.
Only on YouTube.
Only on YouTube. And it's hot.
Believe it or not, he's been doing a lot
takes.
better on YouTube than Facebook.
I want to go
really did.
Facebook Live. I mean, I want to do YouTube
Yeah.
Live, but can I?
Yeah. All
Okay.
you got to do is just go to YouTube on your YouTube account.
Okay.
Yeah. Just go on your YouTube account, sign in, and then go YouTube Live from your phone. You can.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. Hold on. And so, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
took
if I
that
go-
up, but, that's why, The SAG has not reached out to me, so I've been trying to play it like low key.
Good. My friend that I was saying who worked on that, who was non-union, all because of the crafty, which I don't think was a big over the difference between the crafty and Cappy Gilmore, union and non-union. He's like, this makes me want to join the union just because of the crafty.
Oh, the crafty. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
craft service.
and
Believe
the
it or not,
lunches. I'm
I
so
haven't-
sorry.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't really pay attention to any of that. I just went over there anyway and grabbed some food from the union tables.
Yeah, that non-union lady, I'm sorry, was a bitch. I said it. She was so bitchy.
Which one?
I don't
Happy
know,
Gilmore?
but yeah.
Oh, it wasn't. I don't want.
It wasn't the non-union. I mean, it was the non-union. And it's like that
Yeah,
was
was it the
the
AD?
who's
Female?
she's nice. I thought she was nice.
No, well, there's a couple of them.
I think she had black hair at the AD. I can't remember.
Yeah, I know her name. I just want to put it out there.
Does it begin with K?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but she seemed like she got on the wrong side of the bed every morning. Yeah, I was like, why does she have this bitchy attitude? Oh, I can remember we were at Happy Gilmore. Okay, if she's listening, she knows who she is.
Yeah, by this point,
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, and
ain't no way in hell.
and believe it or not, her name is on our paychecks too.
Why?
Ah, that's hilarious.
And, you know, we were filming. You know how they say like pantomime,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the director, we were filming in the stands, the intro to the tournament, right? So the director says, I want everybody to clap and everything like that, right? So the first one was everybody, like all 300 people, like, yeah, yeah, and everybody stop. I said, what happened? No, I said pantomime. He's like, you never said that. And the one girl, she was sweet. She was like, yes, you did. I turned around and said, how are you going to tell 300 people that he didn't say it? I mean, he said it, and he didn't.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I said, I guess there was one or two people who were trying to gaslight them. But come on, there's 300 people.
What are we doing here?
Right? And then, I almost slipped her name in my mouth. You know, I try not to put people out there.
Yeah, me
you know.
neither.
But we were in the stands, and we had the pantomime, and the director was like, all right, everybody quiet in pantomime, right? You don't want any noise. So the girl in front of me, she sneezed, and she turns around and goes, you got to be quiet. So I said, don't sneeze.
It was freezing out the day.
Yeah,
Like,
but yeah, some of the people were nice, but I think, you know, not for nothing, I think the crew on, well, I have mixed feelings on Happy Gilmore crew. Like most of the stage crew, like the camera guys and everything like that, all of them were really cool.
Yeah.
And everything. It's just that a couple of those ADs, you know, act like they had a stick up their ass.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
but with Bruce
They'll do
Springsteen
that.
film, everybody was kind.
yeah,
You know.
I agree.
And you know, and as much as stressful as I know they go through, but it just seemed like the Bruce Springsteen film, they handled it a lot better.
I want to work on
Yeah.
that so bad.
You know, there's still time. I think they're not done
I
until February
submit every
1st.
day.
You should apply for it just to be like in the audience, like the concert goer.
I've submitted for everything. Like
Oh, you did too?
If you look at my email, Husker.
Oh, yeah.
And I've given up at this point. And
Well, wait until after, because you know they all stopped filming right now, and they don't begin until January 6th.
okay.
So I did the same thing. I just applied for everything, and you know, just keep going. And I'll also try for the Christmas movie they're shooting in New York.
Which one's that?
It's Untitled Amazon.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I applied. Believe it or not, I applied to Husker and that one, and they're shooting on the same day of the January 8th and 9th.
Wow. I remembered what
Sheesh.
it was. I remember what it was, and my friend cut my hair. It was the show that Natasha Lyonne is on, where she has red hair.
Uh-huh.
And I forget the name of the show. And so I looked it up. It's on the Grant Wilfley site. And I looked it up, and I was like, okay, this would be for her. And they didn't like my hair, I'm guessing, because I
They
never
didn't like your
heard
hair?
back.
Oh, by the way,
Beautiful.
I told the next guest that you were sending a new link, and I
Yeah,
just
I'm working
said,
on it
okay.
now.
You're
Yeah.
working on it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just just trying to get the conversation going a little bit.
Oh, let me go live.
I just wanted to double check and make sure.
Oh, no problem. Tell them about, like, less than 1 minute.
All right. How do I go live
right.
on YouTube?
Okay. You got to go to your YouTube account.
Yeah. Oh, there
Okay.
it is. Live. Create
And
shorts.
let me know when you get there.
Create shorts.
No. You want to go live or you want to create shorts?
Live.
Okay. You got to go on the bottom. I think where the plus. Do you see like a plus sign on the bottom there?
I thought it was right here.
Yeah. That
the
should be
middle.
it. Does it say live? Hold on 1 second.
You sending it now?
Yeah. Hold on.
All right.
Oh, she's coming over here. That's okay. You can go over. No, that's not it. Wait. Hold on 1 second. Actually, Sherry, come over here so I can see it better. I was like, hold on. I'm just trying to get the link here. Oh.
What does this button do? What does this little button do?
Don't hit the red button.
Oh God! Don't cut the blue wire.
What does that red button do?
What is that candy red? I took the bus from Boston Thursday night, and the
Ooh.
driver had this red flashing button. I just wanted to push it.
Push it.
Dun,
It's real good.
Da-na-na, da-na. You tried to push it, then he said, "Can't touch this."
Can't touch it.
Da-na-na-na, na-na.
Can't touch this. Let's see. Hold on. That hot tactics Zoom link 12, 21, 24. I gotta put new in front of it. Okay, John, I'm sending it now.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play us some music for a minute. We're going to get off the air. And, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play some music.
He said he just sent it.
Yep, just sent it. We'll be back in like 4 minutes.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful time. Oh, the most wonderful time of the
One, two, three. Let's make the whole year Christmas. No reason to forget this feeling we're feeling now. We gotta keep it going all year round. Let's keep the sleigh bells ringing. We'll keep the whole world singing. Feels so good. What's up now? Let's make Christmas the whole year round. I don't care if snow stops falling down. If Santa's come and gone, yeah, he's left town. I don't need a Christmas tree, mistletoe all red and green. All I need is you next to me to make every night Christmas Eve. Let's make the whole year Christmas. No reason to forget this feeling we're feeling now. We gotta keep it going all year round. Let's keep the sleigh bells ringing. We'll keep the whole world singing. Feels so good. What's up now? Let's make Christmas the whole year round. And all those pretty lights have been put away. And old Rudolph is gone on holiday. Oh, we'll keep that fire burning, though the calendar is turning. Why stop at one? Hey, what for when we can have 364 more? Let's make the whole year Christmas. No reason to forget this feeling we're feeling now. We gotta keep it going all year round. Let's keep the sleigh bells ringing. We'll keep the whole world singing. Feels so good. What's up now? Let's make Christmas the whole year round. I don't need a Christmas tree, mistletoe all red and green. All I need is you next to me to make every night Christmas Eve. Let's make the whole year Christmas. No reason to forget this feeling we're feeling now. We gotta keep it going all year round. Let's keep the sleigh bells ringing. We'll keep the whole world singing. Feels so good. What's up now? Let's make Christmas the whole year. Make Christmas the whole year. Let's make Christmas the whole year.
The mood is
All right, Ruben, are we good to go?
spirits up,
All right, Brett, how you doing, man?
and that's enough
Good, man. I just wanted to make sure I can hear him. He's a little bit low.
for Christmas time. Simply
I'll get closer.
Just gonna be nose to nose with the phone in a minute.
I need to. Oh shoot.
Now, how is everything, man? Is everything good?
Yeah, man, everything's great.
All right. I do know Ruben.
Just threw down a couple glasses of wine and had some dinner. I'm good to go.
Oh, I love that, dude. I know Ruben is getting us live in a second. I know he said it was going to be a quick transition after the song. I know Shari was over here like, please send alcohol
I know.
when
I
she was
need
on the
alcohol.
train. And I think she's still waiting on
I
it,
do.
unfortunately.
I'm
but
gonna wait right here.
Yeah,
Alright.
can I get some of that?
yeah, really.
Do you have an extra chowder?
Ruben, are we live? All right, we are live here on HamiltonRadio.net channel HR2. This is Hot Tag Takes. I am your host, John Brecko. Shari Linick is here with me in the studio, and Ruben is still in the booth with us. It is a little bit after 9. This has been a fun Christmas show. We've had Q, Grigsby, Antonio McKay popped in. Then we shot the shit for a little bit about Boston. Nah, it's been a fun show, man.
It has.
I was gonna say I'm feeling that Laffy Taffy now. That taffy is making me laughy on the inside.
Because this show, I haven't had wine, but this show is not sponsored by Sweater Weather Betty's.
Not at all.
Betty's Eddies, which I got at Air, Boston on Boylston Street. 10 chews, 5 milligrams THC, 5 milligrams of CBD. Apple
Not
cider
sponsored
flavor.
as she promotes the entire thing.
Because they are delicious. These are a taste of taffy full of deliciousness.
Oh man, Ruben, you having a good show? You having a good lead up to Christmas here?
I'm having a great time.
I bet you are.
Yeah.
You simply
We're leading it up.
Simply having
a
beautiful,
wonderful
wonderful
Christmas time.
That's right.
Just like
But
the song said.
I'm excited to have our next guest on the air, who's been down in a couple of glasses of wine himself. So
I hope he's excited to see you.
Maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest has developed a reputation as a composer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and producer with hundreds of credits in film, TV, and with major recording artists. Just so everybody knows, that's not an exaggeration. If you thought my bio for our first guest was long, or some of the intros I've written out in the past are long, the one I got for this man is 4 pages. I can't possibly take that much time in the show to read it, so I'll bring up some things that stuck out to me. Our guest has written and produced songs for Travis Tritt, Lauren Elena, Josh Turner, and many others. Wrote I Am Invincible by Cassidy Pope, Bitchcraft by Drake Bell. That's a phenomenal name for a song, by the way. And Straight Shot by Jordan Rayner. Our guest has contributed music for shows such as Everybody Loves Raymond, Center of the Universe, Yes Dear, and many more TV series. He's had a feature song and performance of Cassidy Pope at the 2016 Special Olympics, produced music for the critically acclaimed movie Life of Crime, starring Jennifer Aniston, based on the Elmore Leonard bestseller The Switch. Our guest is a creator, writer, producer, father, current Nashville native. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Brett Boyette! That one kept going. I had some stank on that. What's up, brother? I gotta ask you the most important question. How you doing? How you living? How is everything with you?
Man, everything's great. I'm just hanging out downtown Franklin right now in Nashville, south of Nashville. And, man, I'm just loving life, brother. Getting ready for Christmas. Spent the day shopping for the kids. You know, it's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nah, that sounds pretty good. I get to spend time with my nieces and nephews in the next couple of days, and I'm excited about that. Do you know where Nifty 50s is over here in Jersey, Shari?
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of it? It's down south. I forget what town exactly, but we're close to Trenton. We're close to the capital. It's about an hour from here. But basically, it's just like a 50s version of Dave and Buster's.
Oh, wow.
Like, they got like all the video games. I think they got a golf course outside. And I know we're taking one of the nephews over there, which I am very just excited to hit the punching machine. That's my favorite thing in there. I don't know what it is.
So Nifty 50s, does that like take place like in the 50s? Like,
Well, kind of. Like, they have like a whole bunch of different flavored sodas. You know, it's like 50s, like kind of like that setup. You know, like Cheeseburger, how they have theirs? Like the big burger place.
I don't.
Maybe like a Johnny Rockets or
Hey,
something.
Johnny
what town?
Rockets.
What town is that in?
I don't know the name of the town. I know it's down south.
Down south. Yeah, my mom would like to see that.
Oh, yeah?
But what's your score is the question on the punching machine.
What was my score? I think it was around
2.
No, because the punching machines are weird. Because like some of them you get lower, some of them you get higher scores.
Right.
Like some of them, you know, don't go as high up. They're a little heavier to hit. There was one I did, I think in like Wildwood, that I got like 804 on. But the one over there, I get low scores. Like I think the most I got over there was like 600. I think that's the highest one I got.
Yeah, it's probably broken, man.
I couldn't tell you honestly, but you know, I've noticed that. It's weird because I don't want to give like the wrong score. You know what I mean? All right, so I listed a lot of accolades to start us off, but I feel like I also listed off of a lot of what you've done what you've done for others. So I want to start us off by talking more about you. So you have a band called Totsi, which has performed in many different places, including a 22-city tour opening for the Brian Setzer Orchestra in late 2012,
wow.
and had an original song called Little White Secrets featured in a Super Bowl commercial for the series Prodigal Son in 2021. So
True.
I thought of a couple questions from reading this, so I'll ask them one at a time. The first one I
Yeah.
have is, what were some of the cities Totsi went to with the Brian Setzer Orchestra? And if you had to pick one, which city was your favorite?
Man, I'll tell you, I was living in LA at the time, and the biggest thrill for me was playing the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville because that is a historic venue. So we did play the Ryman. We played Westbury, New York. We played.
Oh, wow.
We played all over the place. We played the Gibson Amphitheater in LA before it became a Harry Potter ride. And,
I like that.
yeah, but we played all over the country. We did, I think, 28 shows with Brian at the time. So that was a great tour.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. So I do also have to ask, just from, you know, some of the stuff I read that you've done. So that commercial that you did for the Prodigal Son, how does like the process even happen for like a Super Bowl commercial? Because there's people that watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials.
Just for the commercials.
Right? Like the boring part is when all the football's on, which you're supposed to be watching it for.
Yeah, but think of how many companies just pay billions, so much money to have their
That's
products seen.
that's why I wonder too, just knowing that. So like, what's the process even like to like, you know, produce music for like a commercial in the Super Bowl? Like, how does that even happen?
Well, we had several, like when my band was touring a lot, we had several music supervisors that were really loving the band. And it's a very unique project. So they kind of hold on to the songs that they like until they get a project that came along. And they actually just called me and said, "Hey, we've got this commercial. We think that Little White Secrets is going to be great for it." And that happened a lot of times with that band. We had a lot of syncs for that band. It just happened that we get a call. They'd be like, "Hey, we've got a placement for this song. Are you cool with that?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Especially cool with the Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of people who would be like, "No, I'm not cool with my song playing
On
in
the
the middle of
Super
the
Bowl.
Super Bowl."
Yeah.
You know, around millions of people. You know, why would I be happy about my song getting exposure, my creation being viewed by the public?
It's like, no,
Right.
you cannot have the public hear my talent.
No, you cannot have their ears hear my
You
brilliance.
cannot my brilliance. It's just for me, myself, and I.
Well, I don't know if it's my brilliance, but it's definitely, just it's a passion. It's a passion project for sure. That band is one of my favorite projects I've worked on, and it was
love
a
that.
fun band. So
So I do have to ask, because you live in Nashville now, but I do want to talk a little bit about what the state of Texas means to you, and a lot of the people that I've actually interviewed, especially over the past year and change. So you're a Southern Methodist University alum, which is in Dallas, and you
Yep.
began songwriting and your career as a musician in different bands in Texas. What were some of those bands? What were some of your favorite bands to play with during that time?
oh man, they were all like fraternity bands at that point. We were a party country rock band. We were called West Texas Crude.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we played all over Texas. And man, fraternity sorority parties were our bread and butter.
Yeah.
Good money at the day, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great place to kind of cut my teeth on music and learn. And there were some great players out there, and I love Texas. My whole family's from Texas, so
Yeah.
it was great.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm sure you got a good few fraternity story parties too.
Some I can tell.
I was gonna say if you want to keep those to yourself, that's up to you. I don't mind. But also, what did you learn that kind of carried over from Texas after moving to not just Nashville, but New York, as you continued to hone your writing skills?
You know, I learned just how moving to Nashville after being in Texas was very humbling, and how good the writers are in Nashville. I mean, there's some of the best writers in the world. I would say probably the best writers in the world.
Yeah.
There's great writers everywhere. There's amazing writers in LA and New York and in London and everywhere else. But definitely think that I was humbled by the level of talent and the level of just fine tuning a song and really making every word count, every note count. And it's great. I mean, I learned from some of the best, so it was really a blessing to be able to come here and work with some of these guys and girls. So.
No, 100%. So I do have to ask, just from a little bit of what we talked about, does writing songs in some of the bands you've been in carry over to like producing work for like commercials and sitcoms? And if so, how would you say so?
It does. I definitely write score as a songwriter. So there's usually, I mean, it seems to be in my career, there's usually been people that are either songwriters or composers. And I had the luck to get asked to work for one of my songwriting heroes, Steve Dorff, who's a Hall of Fame writer,
Yeah.
Nashville, and he's also a composer. So I learned a lot from him. The first show we did together was Reba. He was the composer on that.
Yeah.
Editor on that show. But it definitely I feel like you approach score a little bit more as a melodic hook
Yeah.
and things like that as a songwriter than just a composer. And composers are amazing. I respect composers, like a very high level of respect for composers.
Yeah.
And there's certain things that those guys can do that I cannot do that are incredible things. But I definitely think being a songwriter makes you treat score as a song, which in some ways is beneficial because of the hooks and treating it as a verse, chorus, bridge kind of situation.
No, that makes sense. I did have like a question about some of the producers that like you've worked with. So it's interesting you mentioned Steve Dorff. So there's also, I do have Steve Dorff on the list, who's produced for Reba as well as George Strait. There's David Foster. There's Nick Marotta, who's produced for Everybody Loves Raymond, Steely Dan. Keith Olsen also as well, who's produced for Fleetwood Mac, for those who didn't know. I was going to ask what were some of the things that you learned from all these people, and obviously you brought up Steve Dorff a little bit, but, again, they've worked on, like, various different projects, like some sitcoms and other shows, and then producing vocals for, different artists, because you've done that as well. Like, what do you learn from doing, like, all the different various types of projects? Because that's a lot of producers to have done a lot of amazing things, as far as producing goes.
I mean, I've learned a lot of different things from each of them. I mean, they're all so completely different as musicians, but all like top of their class, incredible players. I mean, Rick was an amazing boss, and he brought me into Everybody Loves Raymond, and I mean, he's one of the most famous drummers in the world. He was in played all the Steely Dan stuff. He was in John Lennon's band. I mean, just Linda Ronstadt, James Taylor, everybody, and just the precision and the level of professionalism that's needed to be successful. All those guys and girls. I mean, they're just incredible players and writers and musicians. All of them are very accomplished. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, 100%. Did you want to ask anything, by the way?
I just wanted to see who might have been your inspirations in your writing or your style, who your
Ooh.
anybody who influenced you.
Well, I'm a huge Beatles fan.
Ooh,
So,
my wife's a huge Beatles fan.
Ah, and her name's Abby, like Abbey Road.
Yeah, no, my wife's name is also Abby. You know, she
No.
actually lied about how, to spell her name for the first year and a half, and she spelled it the exact same way.
That's hysterical.
Like, I thought it was Abbey for the first year and a half we were dating, until I saw a change on Facebook, and then I had to ask what the is going on here.
That's so funny.
Because I'm just finding out I don't know how to spell my girlfriend of a year and a half's name. But just a random car ride home, passing Bubba Coos burritos and Route 33. Like I'm just finding this out casually.
What was she like? By the way, it's not like.
No, I asked. I asked because like I noticed like her name changed on Facebook, like the E was taken out.
After a year and a half.
Yeah, like she took it out of her name. I just thought that was how you spelled it.
Oh, okay, I see.
I just assumed.
You know what happens when you
And
assume?
then I found out she was lying to me for a year and a half.
Well,
She did it.
you mispronounced my name. You can't spell your wife's name.
I do. I always pronounce Shari by accident. Like it's just habit.
But please, I apologize about you were saying the Beatles and who the Beatles are just.
Oh no, I mean, I would say the Beatles. Don Henley. John Williams, Michael Giacchino. Those are composers.
Yeah.
I'm all over the board. I just I love Brian Setzer. That was a huge deal to be able to tour with him. There's a lot. There's a lot of incredible. I can go folk side would be like Dan Fogelberg.
Oh, Dan Fogelberg.
Yeah,
Memories.
so and country writers. There's Paul Overstreet and Steve, of course, Dorf, and just people like that. And there's tons of them.
So I do want to ask. I'm thinking of it right now, like, cause it seems like you love music as a whole. Obviously, writing and performing it as well. But it seems like, you especially love like the composing and producing side. So what is it like for you, composing or producing a song, compared to, like performing it on a stage? Like what makes, just composing and producing, I guess appealing in a way, in a different sense?
I get to be more creative when I'm in the studio, and I get to try everything till I find what works.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will play 17 different guitar parts until I find the guitar part that I like. I can't do that on stage. It's performance.
Yeah.
Right? I love performing. It's just a different thing. So, but I'm definitely, I would say I'm more of a studio rat nowadays.
Okay.
I just love sitting there and trying to work on a song with an artist and help them find their direction and find something cool and different that I don't feel like has been done.
Okay.
And that's the trick for me. So.
Gotcha. There was there was something else I had in mind that. Oh yeah. So, I love that. Is especially you get to have so much more freedom when you're in the studio. But I'm sitting here like thinking of like performances, and you'll see a lot of different people like start jamming or doing a solo on stage, and they're like kind of improvising it a little bit.
Sure,
Was that like something that like you would do like when you were like on the stage, maybe with like an instrument or something?
I could do it. There's people that do that a lot better than me. I am somebody, I like to know every note I'm going to play.
Okay.
I like to know, because I was a band leader, I was very particular on having every chord and every note of the song be the same in like the record, so
Yeah.
that the audience heard the record when they came to see us play.
Okay.
And there's other bands, there are more jam bands, and I love that too. More Fish style bands, where it's more just blues kind of riffing and things like that. And every gig's a different thing.
Yeah.
I love them both.
Yeah. So you're just somebody who likes to know like the notes they're playing going in, and you want to have like the best idea of how it's going to sound pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I like to have everything kind of worked out. I would say that's a lot of the bands that I've toured with, and they're playing the record, so they're playing exactly the solo that's on the record, and occasionally we'll all throw in stuff while we're playing live.
Yeah.
But I think the audience wants to hear what they're hearing on the radio a lot.
Yeah, like they want to know what they're going to hear. Like they have certain things they want to hear, and they want to make sure they get to that and are able to listen to it. Yeah.
We'll elaborate on it a little bit here and there, but I think they really want the meat of what's on the record.
Yeah, the meat and the potatoes. I have a lot of those. But I think of comedy, like about what he's saying, right? And there's people that like to do a lot of crowd work when they get on stage. Are just gonna riff with the audience for a while, like half the set, and then there's people that don't really like crowd work as much. They keep to within their set. They want to have everything written down when they're going on stage. They want to be able to memorize what they're going to say. I feel like I need a little bit like of each. Like I need to know like the bullet points of what I'm going to say going in.
Right.
But, like I need to be able to kind of like, I guess, shift from those points and talk about like other things in between. Like I know the meat and potatoes of what I'm gonna say, and then I want some extra bacon sprinkled in throughout. Like
You don't want stiff. You don't want the performance to be stiff either. So I agree with that.
So you try to incorporate a little. So as a musician, you have to. I'm assuming that you always incorporate the audience there. Some I've seen some performers and comics who, including myself, just do the stage and don't. It's not that I don't want to do crowd work. It's just I'm in my element and I hear my act, and there's no time to actually incorporate. So when you performed, do you have a preference of being like, "How's everybody doing?" and speaking to certain, do you know what I'm saying, certain people, or just getting up there and playing? Was that a stupid question? The way I remember
No,
it?
I mean you're asking if we like to talk to the audience. Is that kind of, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you feed off the audience. That's
right, right. So their energy affects you too.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time where we're vamping on an outro or a solo, and this is kind of what you guys are. The improv comes in, and the audience is so into it. You're just like, let's loop it again. As the band director, you're like, let's roll it again. So they'll start rolling it again until you look at the drummer and tell them to switch sections.
No.
Read it.
Nobody wants to be the comic that is going after the guy that just brought down the audience.
Oh no.
Like you're just glaring at this person.
It's like your job to keep that audience, to keep them motivated.
I forget
jump off a bridge.
I forget the guy's name, but I think he performed on Star Trek or something, and he went on a show before me. And I remember the host was like, "Just give me a minute and a half. I'll go get the crowd back up." I was like, and I'm looking at the crowd before that. I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Cry.
Why does it have to be me?
Why? Also bad on that is following somebody who just crushed it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I mean, but here's the difference. The crowd is warm when that's going on, so they want to hear more of what you have to say, and they're a little bit more open to just hearing it and laughing with you.
Yeah, or just as long as it's not.
It's also never fun to be first.
Right, I was first.
I don't mind going after people that crushed, because then the crowd's at least like warm for me,
Yeah.
I'd rather that than a cold crowd.
I recently did a show in Lynn, Massachusetts called the Walnut Street Cafe Riot Act. check it out, guys. But anyway, I was first.
Shameless
and
plug.
the host is like, do you mind going first? I mean, what am I going to say? No. And thank you, God, that God bless you, Ruben. Sorry. Thank God, like within the few minutes, I got them laughing, and all I could think is, they're a good audience.
Just relief off your shoulders.
Yes, because the person who was coming up after me is a friend of mine, and I wanted the audience to be warmed up.
You know,
They were a great audience. That's all I can say.
I don't know how Brett would feel about this, but I remember I put a really dark comic that I knew as the host for one of the shows I did on Broadway back when Al was still around. But I remember having this comic who had a lot of dark humor go first, and I think about it when we get there. I'm like, this can go one of two ways, and I just thought about this now. Thankfully, it went well. Thankfully,
good.
you know, it was an enjoyable show. We had a lot of fun, but I remember like thinking that 20 minutes before the show, I'm like, if it doesn't go good with the first one, I wonder how much shit we're gonna be in.
Now, when you're in the studio, you said you're a studio rat. Have you ever had it that, you said you want the person you're working with to understand what your visions are, or has there ever been a time when there's a conflict because they can't understand what your vision is, or
100%.
okay, that's what.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And then, there's times where other people get involved. There's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
There's a lot. Everyone's got an opinion. There's also times where it's as a producer, you have the vision in your head, and you hear it in your head. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily hear what you're hearing, and you think they do.
Yeah.
You're assuming they hear what you're hearing, but they don't. You're like, why don't you get this? Why don't you understand what I'm doing?
This vision.
So I realize you've got to like force feed it sometimes, and sometimes there's also, just like dating, there's chemistry with artists.
Yeah.
Some great. Sometimes it's and other times it's a fight. But it just depends. And both ways it can come out great.
Yeah, that's true too.
You're like, please just try it, please, please, please.
Yeah.
Sometimes too, you get the best of both worlds too.
Well, and they come to you. They come to a record producer because they trust that they're in good hands and that you know what you're doing, and that you're not going to push them in a way that makes them, that hurts their artistic integrity. So
Yeah,
that's
of course.
So
I do also want to make sure we talk about some of the different funds and foundations you've produced songs for, including the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund, the Freedom Alliance, Patriot Guard Riders, and Make-A-Wish Foundation. So I wanted to focus on that specifically. I could have grouped it in with a lot of the other things, but, looking at the different causes, I didn't want to. How does it feel when you get to do something for a cause, like in one of those foundations or something like that?
man, that is the coolest thing I get to do. And I'll give you a good example. This summer was the 80th anniversary of D-Day. And so I was playing with Black River Entertainment artist Scotty Hastings, who is an Afghanistan war veteran that was shot 10 times in Afghanistan.
Wow.
And we flew to France and we played for the World War II veterans that are still alive on Utah, Omaha Beach.
Wow.
And all that. Did 7 shows for the current generals, for everybody. And we played for the Operation Democracy Foundation and the Patton Foundation, all these and Walk Among Us, and several different foundations that were, helped veterans and especially older veterans from World War II and Korea and Vietnam and stuff. And but then of course it was World War II. And what an amazing experience, and to be there with a veteran playing songs for the veterans.
Yeah.
I mean, all combat veterans. It was like the coolest experience in my life. Wow. So, I mean, these things, and working with, I was just talking to my fiance, I mean, working with Make-A-Wish Foundation at the time. It's very humbling, especially on the holidays, to work with kids who terminal and who have a smile on their face, and it's like the best day of their life every day.
Yeah,
It's incredible. So I love that kind of stuff. So I will always do that. We will always find a way to give back, because as musicians, I think we have a platform to do that, and I think we have a platform to bring in foundations and to raise money for good causes and stuff. So I think it's important.
Yeah, no, to be able to give back to them, to be able to give back to something that they can't have. That's why I wanted to focus on that.
I think it's beautiful.
Thank you for asking that.
No, I love that. I wanted to make sure I did. So I think this is a good time in the show just to let everybody know, like, comment, share, subscribe. We talked about it a couple times, but we have passed 5,000 subscribers. Let's go. Today is a good day. Today is a day we're celebrating, and today is a day where we get to have on a lot of different and talented guests. R.KIEU GRISBY came on the show earlier. Antonio McKAY was after that. Now we're talking here to Brett Boyett live on HamiltonRadio.net channel HR2. Make sure you check us out live on YouTube. So I do have one more thing that I wanted to ask before I let you go. By the way, thank you for coming on. I know this was a little bit late for you.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. It's fine. Yeah, it's great.
No, but I do want to ask, what are some projects maybe that you could tell us about, if possible, that you're, excited that's coming up in the future? Is there anything you could talk about?
There's a couple things. I don't know how much I can actually talk about, honestly.
Okay.
There's some great artists. I'm sure you've had some of them on here.
Yeah.
As entertainment that I've been working with that are great. Incredible artists. And there's some other things we have going on. There's not much I can tell you, but there's some great stuff that I'm very excited about, and everything's moving in the right direction.
I do know some of those artists, so you said enough for me to be excited. So 100%, I do appreciate that. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I do want to say thank you for coming on. I hope you enjoyed it yourself. Definitely would love to have you back on the air. But no, I learned a lot from just this conversation. So I just wanted to say thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you both. I appreciate it. This has been great. Thanks, y'all.
Can you tell the followers where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have brettboyett.com. I'm on Twitter. I'm actually a big fan of Twitter, or X.
Yeah, I look at it and just wonder why.
I love all that stuff. So I'm all over the place. So definitely, I'm responsive and love.
Are you tweeting, retweeting, or just like reading your feed?
I do all of it. I do all of it.
Okay.
I do all. For my family stuff, I'm more on Facebook.
Right.
And I get to see all my old high school friends and things like that. Instagram is great.
All right.
All my artists.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, definitely check this guy out and some of the projects that he posts up there. Once again, Brett Boyett here on HamiltonRadio.net channel HR2. This has been our Christmas show, everybody, for 2024. You can only guess what we're going to do in 2025 with the Christmas show and in the year. Again, we just passed 5,000 subscribers. Let's make it 10,000. But John BRECKO, Shari Linick, Ruben Rodriguez, The Round Table, Christmas Show 2024 with special guests, R.KIEU GRISBY, Antonio McKAY, and right now, Brett Boyett. Again, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. This is Hot Tag Takes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah!